Good evening, and welcome to the Day 3 Guys podcast. We are thrilled to have you.
Heck of a clap. Welcome back to the Day 3 Guys pod. I'm Gabe. To my right is JP, Nick, and Matt. 2 weeks in a row back on the pod. Super stoked about
Nothing better than being here with you guys.
that. And we are back with episode 7 already of the Day 3 Guys pod. Nick, what are we going to be discussing today?
Episode 7. We did not think we would get it this far. The boys just keep on rolling. We're even inventing new nicknames. We'll get to that. But today we'll be going over our agendas as always, and we'll be recapping NFL Week 3. A lot to catch up on in Week 3. We'll see how it correlated to our thoughts Week 3, see if anybody got anything right. That was a crazy week. But we'll also talk Week 4. Lots of good matchups to look forward to, and we'll give some picks as always, see if we can stay hot in some sectors and others we haven't been quite as hot. We'll also see who's the beta, and as always, we'll always see if Mr. Relevant is a ball knower or not. So we're looking forward to that, but time to get into our agenda. Some teams had better weeks than others. Another head-to-head matchup in the pod. Winning side, would you guys like to go first?
I'll start with the game of the week. Steelers-Pats.
Mm-hmm.
What I took away from that game is that my agenda has shifted. I'm riding with Jalen Warren now.
Breaking news.
Wow. As of right now, Jalen Warren. J-Ram's great, but he's an established star.
True.
I kind of want to get on the side of Jalen Warren, who's just an up-and-coming, undrafted dog. Every time he gets the ball, it puts like a smile on my face because he just likes to run hard.
I love the pick.
Yeah.
I honestly think it always should have been Jalen Warren.
He's the only player on the team right now that's giving me like consistent joy. So I'm changing to Jalen Warren. He didn't have an insane game, but every time he got the ball, he was productive, in my opinion. You can probably attest to that.
Big do your job.
The Steelers got a win. It was a very, very ugly win. The Pats outplayed us. I'm not going to sit here and act like we blew them out or anything. We forced 5 turnovers. 4 fumbles? 4 fumbles. 4 fumbles is not going to get it done. I'll let Nick speak on that more than I will.
Ball security is job security.
It is.
It is shooting yourself in the foot, man.
It's a rough look for the Pats backfield for everyone not named Travion Henderson right now. Steelers defense forced turnovers, but they allowed 3rd and 4th down conversions like nobody's business. We got outgained by I think 180 yards-ish. Drake May I thought played well, took some bad sacks, but we got a win. A win is a win, but I'm very concerned about the Steelers defense, and the offense was not much better. So need to be better this week against a tough Vikings team if we want a serious positive outlook going forward.
I mean, just constant action on the Day 3 Guys pod.
Indeed.
With just the teams just playing against each other early. The NFL knew what they were doing. My agenda will go on the other side of it. The losing side, unfortunately, felt like for the most part we played winning football, but in the biggest aspects of the game we did not. So a very sad loss for us. Starting out with Drake. Drake had actually a pretty good game, like Gabe attested to. 28 for 37, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 goal line interception, and 45 rushing yards. And a lot of that was based off of getting, pushed out of the pocket and making something happen. Not a whole lot of design run this week. But I thought he looked good for the most part. He didn't really try to do too much, I don't think. I would say, him trying to step up in the pocket and taking those sacks, that would be a downside. But sacked 5 times against one of the best pass rushing teams probably in the league, especially at their peak when they can get it going. Looked like the Steelers got something back there, at least pass rushing wise, and can't do a whole lot about that. I mean, we have a young offensive line. Some might dog on Will Campbell this week. I thought he actually had a decent game overall. You could pick out a few bad clips, but that's just a rookie, doing rookie things. Had good run blocking tape, made a few good pass protection plays, but Nick Herbig had a very good game against a rookie, which is okay. We'll see. Hopefully Drake's head is okay. I know he hit it pretty hard on the turf there before the interception, whether that played a role in it or not.
The ball got tipped.
It did get tipped. Yeah, Cam Hayward tipped. I don't think it had anything to do with it. But, not the best game for the O-line. Travion up the middle is not what you want to see. But when you have your 2 power backs or the guys that you want to put up the gut, dropping the football almost every time you run it, you are going to start, using other guys and maybe out of what they're supposed to be doing. So a lot of stuff, self-inflicted wounds, shooting ourselves in the foot. But I think this team maybe has some more tools than we thought. I actually was kind of surprised at how well we moved the ball throughout the game, even though we couldn't capitalize on it. I think it bodes well for the future. But mistakes. You can't win football games when you're fumbling 4 times, throwing picks at the goal line. Patriots, you could make the argument, could be 3-0 right now if we weren't just shooting ourselves in the foot. And that could be due to a favorable schedule to start, but also just I think the talent on this team is undeniably better than it was last year. So lots to look forward to. We'll see if the Pats can get it rolling next week and have a good opportunity at home against Carolina. So another winning team maybe?
Yeah. I've seen this story before in Minnesota. The washed quarterback comes out to start playing well. I won't get ahead of myself because it was the Bengals, and so I don't expect it to last. I don't want to make any long-term predictions, but I'm excited. I'm really happy with Wentz. I think our defense played lights out. I think Browning wasn't, the fear that a lot of us thought it was going to be. I'm really excited for next week. Things are looking good. We're going to get Addison back this week, so no more Naylor as much as we finally have 3 deep down there. So it'll be good having Jettas, Thielen, and Addison on the same field. But yeah, Isaiah Rodgers. I mean, everybody's talking about it. Great game. He was good. I wasn't expecting that game out of him, to be honest. But
I don't think he was either.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected it. So a 99, first ever 99.9 or on PFF rating.
PFF, your
Didn't
favorite?
catch it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the first 99.9
Just
on
that
PFF.
joke of a grading system.
Yeah, no, I bet. So we got the Steelers next week in Dublin.
Feeling good?
Yeah, no, feeling really good. I'd say. Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a great game.
No.
No, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But McCarthy out for 2 to 4 weeks. He will make the trip. So, for the time being, I think Wentz has the reins, and if he continues to play really well, then it might be biding time for JJ next year. So we'll see. I don't think we have to rush the decision process with him. I think it was. I was obviously overreacting in the past few weeks, but there's really no rush. I mean, this is Wentz in the twilight of his career.
When you win by 40, it's hard to pick out bad things about your team. I think you just kind of ride the high and move forward.
So
good week for the Vikings.
I'm excited. Yeah,
we'll see if they can keep it rolling. Fins, I mean, I'll let you speak, but not that bad of a showing.
I mean, I thought it would be a lot worse. Unfortunately, my reverse psychology did not work.
Almost.
It almost did.
It almost did, and I was very surprised. But I mean, we got stops on defense for the first time against a really good offense, which is good. Stops on defense that didn't include Drake May kneeing the ball. That counted as a stop right before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we stopped a really good offense, and we had the ball back after that punt, but Zach Sealer roughed the punter and continued the drive, and they ended up scoring, and then everything that happened after that was, it happened.
Can't make little mistakes against the Buffalo Bills.
No. Unfortunately, Zach Sealer thought he could be the hero, and it cost us. But, Tua, the pick that he threw at the end of the game was a very similar play that we ran against y'all last week, and he checked it down to A-Chain, whereas this week he decided to throw it. I believe it was to Waddle. I don't remember. But the ball was tipped. I don't know if the tip would have been anything that would affect who would have actually caught the ball. It was probably going to be a pick either way.
Yeah.
Tua looked better. So, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a win yet, but maybe we can change that up on the doubleheader.
All right, well, I'm going to give out the Mr. Irrelevant of the week this week.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Not a lot of insane, stuff going on,
no
honestly.
crazy,
No crazy, funny stories, but, Jason Kelsey doing the Ravens
Yeah, that was
band.
pretty
That
interesting.
It's pretty funny. He's a character, so I'll give it 10 this week.
I didn't know he had it like that. The saxophone was freaking going.
It's kind of funny when you find out that, an athlete can play.
The
It's like a
Kelsey brothers are
random-
just kind of becoming cartoon characters, I think.
I think so. They are kind of.
Jason's likability is suffering. From
You think
You
so?
think?
From Travis, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think
Travis
he's always
is
been funny.
unbearable. I don't care. I don't like him.
I've always
Not-
liked Jason like 10 times better than Travis. So.
Yeah. But like Travis, as unlikable as he was, he's somehow becoming more unlikable.
Now he's like he was good and unlikable. Now
Yeah.
he's just bad.
Well, now
and
he's
unlikable.
washed.
Bad.
He's washed.
He's washed.
And
I'd say
like,
washed.
beefing with Andy Reid.
I didn't.
If
know
I
this-
was Andy
yeah,
Reid,
yeah.
I'd be like, I could replace you now.
So-
So they're already looking.
Let
for,
Noah Gray get reps.
like,
Facts.
come on, bro.
But yeah,
Interesting.
let's talk about some stuff going on. in the
Week
league.
3. What a week. At least the 1 p.m. window was absolutely absurd.
Chaos. Pure chaos.
I was already sad about the Patriots, but that game ended a little earlier than the
Oh,
other 1
yeah.
p.m. game, so it allowed us to kind of lock in on the multiple game-winning, insane witching hour endings in the 1 p.m. slate. A lot went on. Does anybody have anything in particular?
I
just
think
wanna point out?
the end of the Browns game was nuts. I mean that
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
How about the Browns?
I didn't. Well, I think we all
We all picked.
we
Green
all
Bay.
picked.
Well, I mean,
I think the whole
we aren't
country
the-
picked Green Bay,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And why wouldn't they? Although, I mean, if you really think about it, that matchup was a kind of a trap matchup in the way the play style of those two teams are. Green Bay plays kind of an ugly-ish brand of football for a good team, and I'm not saying they're a bad team, but the Browns, this was an opportunity at home. No one expects them to come out and win. Now, did their offense play up to the par of a winning football team? Absolutely not.
Mhm.
But their defense kept them in the game,
Mhm.
and we've seen that Cleveland, I mean, now you can say for sure, has a respectable defense that teams should actually account for. How they won that game was still a miracle based on how their offense played. But hey, I mean, you get a turnover in the other side of the field, and you set yourself up to get an easy touchdown, which was their only touchdown of the game, and you allow only one touchdown in the game, then you give yourself a chance at the end of the game, and also required a block kick. But wow,
I mean, that Browns defense is going to keep them in games.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy to see that now. And, like, it's easy to look back and say that was a trap game. But, I mean, we're thinking about Packers being one of the best teams in the league and the Browns being far and away probably the worst.
oh yeah,
So, I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous that the whole country is picking that. But I think Cleveland's defense is going to keep them in games.
it is.
I don't know how realistic them making a run is, obviously.
Well, you
with
got
the
to
state
make
of
a
that
change
offense,
on
but
offense. You got to
You got to
think
bring
at
in
a
a
certain
young guy
point.
now. I
And
think.
they got the Lions next week, so I mean that's going to be an interesting.
Dude, I think this opens the door
Mm.
because
The Giants did.
what's the point of keeping Flacco in now? He's not playing
Right.
well.
Yeah.
He's not.
And I'm not saying a rookie's going to come in and play better, but you have nothing to lose. If
Right.
your
You
defense
can-
is going to
yeah.
be this good, let Shadur
Rely
or
on it.
Dylan Gabriel go out there
Yeah.
and have a chance.
I mean, I guess you could say we're not 0-3, we're 1-2.
Yep.
But it was a miracle 1-2. The Giants, who's desperate, 0-3, they put in Dart, which is exciting for them because
Yeah.
they need a new spark. But you could say Russell Wilson looked bad against the Chiefs. We love Russie, but
He was
yikes.
throwing the moon balls.
He was. But I mean, 450 yards in week 2 against the Cowboys, who make everybody look good apparently.
Yeah, we forgot the Cowboys were the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean they gave up on Russie already in week
I feel
3,
bad
so
for
it's
Russell,
like
man.
Flacco hasn't done a thing that makes you say, well, oh, we should just keep Joe and he gives us the best chance to win. Does he? I mean, apparently you got to win, but it wasn't because of the offense. He didn't even pass for a touchdown.
The defense was 100%.
I will say, Judkins looks good, though.
He does.
He does
He-
look
I
really
mean, the
good.
silver lining for that offense is Judkins.
And the Travis Hunter trade, it's early. Looks like they've done a good job with the pieces
Yeah.
they got. I mean, you got Mason Graham starting to look good in the games. Schlesinger has
Yeah,
been
he's a good
a
player.
product from day one that's been helping them out on the defense side of the ball, making their defense look good. And then Judkins looks great too. So it's like,
Mhm.
and you got a first rounder next year.
Dylan
Yeah.
Sampson,
So-
too. I mean,
Yeah,
they've got,
Sam.
they've got some players.
Right.
Let's talk about the Colts, man.
The Colts, a
I
bright
mean, this
spot.
is 3-0 now.
Yeah.
They beat the Broncos. Granted, the other 2 wins maybe not as strong.
Yeah.
But Daniel Jones, dude. I mean, what
He
do you
looks
say?
good.
What do you say?
I mean,
Uh,
MVP candidate for
respect him.
sure.
It's kind of looking like the Giants are the problem right now.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
for multiple people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, see, the Giants just don't give your quarterback a good opportunity. He gets thrown into a bad situation. He's not ready yet. He's definitely a guy that when maybe in the draft, even if you look back at it, you go, this is a guy we need to develop. And he's not put in a good system right away. And then at a certain point, it just becomes mental. And you're in New York, you're stuck in New York, and you're like, okay, well, maybe they'll give me a piece or two here or there. But as a whole, team's not really going anywhere direction-wise, and the fans are already out on me. And that probably plays a role in these guys' heads,
yeah.
where it's like, I think I'm way more confident in Jackson Dart coming in and showing up well than I was maybe originally of Daniel Jones. Now, do I think Dart's going to go in and dominate? Absolutely not. But the fans are high on him going in. They're excited about him, and at least he has Malik Neighbors. Wandale looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a bunch of guys you could say, hey, here's a few weapons we gave you, and we're excited about you. And maybe a guy comes in with some juice and does it. Daniel Jones never had that, and now he comes into Indy, and you get a coach that believes in you with no AR. I mean, we're taking you as our starter, as a newcomer, over our former number 3 overall pick that's still in his rookie deal.
Yeah.
We're making that bold play because we feel so confident in you. And then we have JT around you, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Tyler Warren will draft a new target for you, and even Alec Pierce is a good player. We have a bunch of weapons and a good O-line as well, where that's a big part of quarterback confidence.
Yeah.
And here you are 3-0, and you've revived your entire career. So good for Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones.
What I will say is 3-0. It's over for AR. I think it's done. That just puts the nail in the coffin, at least for me. It's time to put him on the trade block and see what you can get.
Yeah, I mean,
which sucks.
I think it's good for both parties, though. And
yeah,
I think he needs a fresh start, just like Daniel Jones
I agree.
did. It didn't work out. That's fine.
Yep.
Maybe he goes somewhere else under a confident regime with some stability, and he goes and he be successful. But I'm happy for DJ, dude. And I'll say this: I think them putting Dart in, while I understand the move, is so dangerous, man. Because you're expecting him to come in and turn this thing around instead of just giving him the reins and being like, listen, there's no pressure, but just go out and bowl. Now it's, okay, we need you to go win games or else I lose my job. Brian Dable.
Oh, yeah.
Mara well, not Mara, but Judge, who's the
GM?
GM?
Yeah.
Oh, Shane.
They're both on the
They're
chopping
fighting
block.
for the
Right.
jobs, yeah.
So you're expecting Dart to come in and save the franchise. And let alone against the Chargers, who probably have the best defense in the league. It's just a recipe for disaster.
My thought process, and my question would be, I'm asking y'all, like, why aren't they putting Jameis in?
Okay, because they have Dart.
Yeah.
He's the first
I
round.
mean,
I love Jameis, but he's not going to go. And they're going to keep Jameis for vibes, for emergency, whatever. Now, Jameis could be QB2 after this, or maybe you go back to Rusty. I don't know. What I will say before we move on is Patriots did the exact same thing with Drake May last year, where I wasn't really in for him coming in Game 4 against the Houston Texans when we were already 0-3 or 1-2, and we weren't feeling very good about ourselves. But we're throwing him in for Jacoby Brissett, who was struggling, and we go, okay, well, we have a new coach and a new GM. Now, I guess Shane's been there for a while, so he's fighting for his job. But Wolf last year and Mayo were fighting for their jobs. Putting your rookie quarterback in a bad situation and say, hey, show us something, and he shows you flashes because he's a rookie and he's got talent. But you're not setting them up for success. Now, granted, the Patriots just washed everyone in the offseason, so those people paid for, maybe making that mistake too early. Or not mistake, but putting May in early and expecting something. But, you hit it well with Dable and Shane are now, you put all your nuts on the table, I guess, on Dart getting you a few victories. And it's like, well, how many victories can you expect to make it maybe a success that he went out there and that was the right decision? I don't know. It's a tough deal.
Well, I know Vegas is already in on it because I looked at FanDuel before this, and they already have a whole tab on little bets that you can put on them. So
something to monitor, though. Russie on the trade block for someone that needs a quarterback could be something to watch. I don't think it'll happen, but definitely something to talk about.
Yeah, I really don't know if I could think of a suitor off the top of my head.
Bengals would be the only one, but he's not a scheme fit, so it'd be tough. But
yeah, I could see it. But they do need help. I mean,
Yeah,
what a
clearly.
week for the Bengals. Made them look bad there, huh?
I think we did. I at first it kind of looked like a trap game, but I think we all just kind of forgot what our offense has, and if you have a guy like Wentz who's a seasoned veteran that can just go in and do it, I mean, KOC is going to make your job as easy as possible. It's been harder with JJ because he is a rookie and he doesn't have that experience, but. I don't know, man. I mean, the Bengals seem like they got to figure it out. I mean, you mortgage your whole franchise on a QB that isn't going to be playing for you in the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
And that's really all you have.
Defense is not going to win them games like the Browns.
No.
Yeah, I gotta say that might be Flores last year with y'all, man. I think he might get a head
I thought
coaching
last year
gig
was.
again.
I thought last year was.
Well, the whole thing is
guy's
the
a stud.
politics
Yeah.
behind it. It's the owners. Which owner's going to take Flores with the drama after he sued them?
He
It's
should
like,
replace Mike Tomlin.
Which is fine. Which is like I was totally fine with. I mean, give me the whatever. I mean, he hasn't been an issue with us, so.
No, I mean he's a great
coach, and
yeah.
he was good with. I thought he did a pretty good job with Miami. The Tua situation was not handled well. Obviously, that didn't mesh. But dude, I mean, I think Tua is just as guilty as Flores was with the way that was handled. Obviously, you can speak better to that.
I mean, he's been a problem child his whole career.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a team that had a really, really bad week again this week that now might move themselves into a new conversation if we're staying on the AFC South. Houston Texans, maybe your preseason favorite in that division for most people, I'd say.
Except for me, I picked the Titans.
You did pick the Titans. We did all pick the Texans to win that division. A lot of us agreed that we were lower on them, even picking them as the winner, because we didn't know that this was going to happen. This version of the Colts was going to come out, and we weren't high on Jacksonville or the Titans, which rightfully so, I'd say. But Texans are 0-3 now. Backs against the wall. They do get a matchup this week against the Titans, which, could be a way to get back on track. But are we even confident in this team to start out with a win in week 4? Are they comparable to some of these teams in the league that we say, oh, they only have a defense and maybe their defense will win them a few games, but how many games can that really win them? Are we out on CJ Stroud? What's the deal going on right there?
I say this cautiously, but I'm not fully out.
I was going to
We've seen it. We've seen it. It's there.
Mhm.
They scapegoated Bobby Slowick. They tried to blame it all on him. Clearly, it wasn't his fault.
Yep.
They can't run the ball. The O-line, which we all knew was going to be a problem, especially
Terrible.
when you trade your left tackle, franchise tackle, stud.
Mhm.
They can't move the ball
At
man.
all.
I mean, you cannot win games. I don't care how good your defense is. You're not going to win games like this.
Mm-mm.
And it's weird because CJ Stroud came in and dominated as a rookie, and now he's slumping. And it's honestly inexplainable that they didn't kind of support him with an O-line. I think the writing was on the wall in the
Yeah.
offseason.
What I will say is Rams and Bucks being your first 2 games, and then keeping it to 1 score in both of them.
Right.
Is
Ugly
that fully,
football.
It's ugly football. But that's why I'm not fully out on them, because
Yeah, I
I
agree.
still feel like there is growth possible there. I mean, you got Titans, Ravens, Seahawks, and 49ers. You can win. You
More
can win
ugly
2 of
football coming up.
It's not an easy schedule.
It's not an easy schedule, but I think there's games to be won. I wouldn't be fully out on them just because of those 2 results. I mean, against the Bucks and the Rams, those are hard teams to beat.
Yeah.
So do we think the Colts are the runaway favorites in that division, or do we think there's other teams that the Jags can emerge? Do we
I think
think
it's
the Texans could get hot, or do we think the Titans have any shot?
The fact that the Colts are already 3 games up on the Texans, I mean, I know it's this early in the season and the Colts could absolutely blow up, but I don't see any other favorite. I mean, the Titans are not good, and then the Jags have so much drama going down there with them. I mean, it's going to be hard to put together a winning AFC South season for them.
Right.
So, I mean, the Colts are by far the runaway, especially with freaking Danny Dimes playing the way that he is.
I don't fully agree that they're a runaway, just because if we look at their wins, it's not like they're very strong. You beat the Finns in week 1, which the Dolphins are picking it up now, but I think they were in disarray week 1.
Oh,
I think you'd agree with that. Week 2, you beat the Broncos, who are 1-2, struggling
And
offensively.
phantom win, low key.
Yeah, exactly. A very losable game. And then you go out and beat the Titans, who everyone expected to be bad. So I'm not going to say that they're the runaway favorites, but they're in the driver's seat for sure.
Mhm.
And it's going to take an offensive revolution from the Texans to be able to compete. I don't know if Mixon coming back is going to help them kind of bolster that, but I think, dude, football's won in the trenches, and your trenches are terrible on the offensive side.
Yep.
But that defense keeps them engaged. So
Yep.
if they can figure anything out offensively, I think they can come back and win.
Yeah.
Perfectly said. I won't expand anymore. I 100% agree with what you're saying. I think that it will come down to a game or 2 at the end. I actually don't think the Colts run away for the reasons that Gabe kind of just went over of, maybe a harder schedule for the Texans, maybe not as hard for the Colts. I think that you can get some disparity in the first 3 weeks, but certainly what you said gives them a big cushion having 3 games on the probable favorite other than that. And I mean, I wouldn't write off the Jags yet. They have plenty of talent where they could also turn it around. I would write off the Titans. I don't think that they're going to be a contender in that division, but hoping Cam Ward can get a few victories because I'm rooting for number 1 there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He needs help.
He does.
Then that's fine.
Well, yeah.
I think no one's gonna blame him for what's going on in Tennessee. So
Yeah.
I know your take of the losing record winning the division was insane at the time, but I don't think it's totally outlandish, dude. I think 9-8 might be good enough to win this division.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to be a race for that.
No doubt. Another runaway favorite possibility. How about the Chargers? I
They
mean,
look good.
in a good division.
Herbo looks good.
Yeah, are they the runaway favorites? They are 3-0 in the division.
I don't.
It was still close against the Broncos. I feel like
It was,
still. It
but
was still.
they get done. They got it done. All tough victories. You get it done against all three of your divisional opponents. That is a statement to start the year because the NFL scheduling you with 3 division games to start the year is crazy, in my opinion. And you start out 3-0. I'm excited. I mean, look, the Chargers look like almost the favorites in the NFL at this point.
I'm very hesitant to call them the runaway favorites. Not only because Andy Reid and the Chiefs exist, but because I don't think that QJ can keep it up. And I think QJ, through 3 games, has been I know, he's been incredible.
You think he's the key?
Well, I mean, think about it. Before, when QJ wasn't popping off, who were they going to throw to? Lad. Now with
Keenan.
QJ,
They need to throw it to Lad.
Keenan.
Shout out Lad.
Fat Keenan is not getting the
And
respect.
he's not
that
fat
he deserves.
anymore.
And he's just slim Keenan.
no,
Dude,
but I
Keenan
mean,
hit the
them
pot.
adding both. I mean, QJ being freaking relevant,
Yeah.
and then Fat Keenan coming back. I mean, there's a whole new. It opens up a whole new
Yeah.
side of the offense where Herbo can look and know that QJ. If he throws him the ball, he's not just going to drop it like he would the last 2 years.
Yeah, well, I
So-
mean, you got a deep threat like QJ, and you got 2 very smart receivers that
Yeah.
are really good at finding space, that can take high volume and make do with it with Ladd and Fat Keenan or Slim Keenan. But then you have Omarion Hampton in the
Yeah,
backfield.
exactly.
You lose Najee, it sucks.
Yeah.
But Omarion hasn't even really got it going, and I think that could be due to
They've got
matchups. 3 tough matchups. I
Yeah.
could see Omarion starting to find it.
Dude,
And they keep going.
I
No, they
actually,
don't.
I actually do think the Chargers are going to run away with this division, and it's because I think the Chiefs are weak. I don't care
agree.
anymore, dude.
I do too.
I agree.
I'm done just like Mahomes Reed believing. It's a weak team, man.
It
The
is.
defense isn't what they used to be. I
Uh-uh.
know they dominated the Giants, but it's the Giants.
And the offense is banged
You all
up.
saw the
offense is banged up, and they look old. They look not cohesive. And Mahomes, they're going to be in the playoffs. Okay, I'm not saying.
I also
that,
think Worthy and Rice are going to come back.
Yeah.
And it's going to help a lot, like
will.
light years
It will.
on the offense.
but I think the Chargers are the definition of a complete football.
I
team
agree.
right
They're
now.
going to have way
And
more
we saw
matchups.
last week, Hampton got it going a little bit. Dude,
Mhm.
if they can start running the ball with Hampton, I know Najee went down. The plan was never for Najee to be the bell cow.
Mm-mm.
So if Hampton can find it, and I agree with you, I think QJ is a big part of the offense, but I think teams went into this season being like, okay, we got to take away Ladd, and we got to take away probably Keenan because of that cohesion there. But even if they adjust and stop QJ, I think we see Ladd kind of come back to where he was last year.
Yeah.
So I think he's totally the X factor for them, and I think they're just so far and away. And that's without even talking about the defense. I mean, Jesse Minter, I think, might be up for a head coaching spot next year
I agree.
because he's dominant, man.
Oh, he's looked great.
And that defense looks great, and Khalil Mack's not even playing.
yeah.
So what happens when he comes back? I
No,
think,
team to respect. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have 2 more teams I want to touch on, then we can move forward. But how about the Chicago Bears? Are they figuring it out? And another team I want to touch on is the Detroit Lions, who, rest in peace to the 22-0.
Yeah, 21
on
and
the table
1.
bet.
21-1.
21
I mean,
and
that's
1.
still not a
It
bad
sounds.
record.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
We got a
but-
lot of
but-
weeks to go. This was humbling us.
just so you guys know, we did pick the Seahawks originally,
Yeah.
and then flopped on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you just gotta stick with our gut.
Yeah.
We should.
We have a gut pick this week.
we have-
We'll go over it later.
Yeah.
But we're gonna continue, or we're gonna start a new historic run with the table.
21 and 1.
But do we think the Bears are real? Or do we think that's just a product of the Dallas defense being terrible?
I think that the Cowboys defense is awful, and I think that Ben Johnson is the perfect person to exploit that.
Yeah.
He saw how bad they were, and he dial it up for them.
Yeah.
And I mean, through the first 2 games, the freaking,
The Eagles and then the Giants even look great against them.
yeah,
Dude, they had their best outing against.
I
the
felt pretty
Eagles.
good about that pick last week. I know I was probably on my own believing in the Bears, and I don't know if that was because, like you said, the Bears are actually a good team or not. But the Cowboys defense is just that bad. It was the perfect matchup
Yeah,
to have
no.
fireworks, win a fireworks game, help CeeDee Lamb goes out early.
Yeah, that
That
was
may have
tough.
made a
Also,
difference.
I want to talk about that because I thought that play call was stupid. Did y'all see how he got hurt?
Yeah.
They put him in the backfield as a running back.
I
What are we
didn't
doing?
see
It's
that.
not his
That's
game.
crazy.
Like,
What are we
I
doing?
understand on the other side of the ball, Ben Johnson's doing that with
That's
DJ
what I was
Moore,
gonna say.
but like,
They're getting a little too fired up.
I know, like, dude, take what you're given and throw him the ball and not hand it off.
Also,
Yeah.
DJ Moore is like a after the catch guy,
Yeah, I know.
physical
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah.
Like
Debo,
Yeah.
CeeDee's a
he
Moore,
can
guy.
play that
Yeah.
role. CD is a route runner.
Yeah,
let
he
him
gets
do his
open.
thing.
Like,
Crisp.
come on,
And he's pretty dang good at it.
that's just trying to outsmart yourself.
And
Yeah.
it's not like he's like not getting the amount of targets. Like you're still peppering him with 15.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting him touches. You
Yeah.
don't need to hand the ball off to him.
Yeah,
That-
I didn't
that
agree
was
with
What I
stupid.
will say is, being an NFC North fan, the Bears will bear. They continue. They will bear.
They
So
won.
you're not worried about it
They
at all.
won,
No.
man.
No, I'm sorry, but like
They got a
the
big
Bears-
old win.
Big win.
That's fine.
And
But they beat the
and
Cow-
Caleb
Caleb looked good.
looked
dude.
pretty dang good.
Yeah,
against
He's
that Cowboys
slinging it.
defense. The Bears will bear.
Okay.
This is just a product of them playing the Cowboys, if anything. And we're gonna come back to reality next week.
Okay.
That's how I view it.
I think
You
this is gonna
barely
be-
snaked by him. Just so you know.
It's
I mean,
fine.
let's
But we
not
played
get crazy.
we played like crap.
I think
So,
this will be a good test this week against a Raiders defense that has been pretty tough. You're on the road.
Mhm.
You just got a big victory. Are you going to ride the momentum and maybe get a good thing going? Or are you going to fall back to earth?
Yeah.
And it was just a product of a good matchup. So I think we'll see this week
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the Bears. But definitely showed some things you could be
Yeah.
excited about if you're a
I think
Chicago
it's
fan.
absolutely a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you've wanted to see if you're a Bears fan.
That's
you
true.
go out and beat a bad defense because they haven't even been good against bad defenses.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to be like a better team. I don't think. Maybe they get to 9 wins. Maybe this is the
Maybe.
beginning of that.
I will say, like, the division, like, that was something I was going to touch on earlier. Like, the division's tight right now.
Oh, yeah.
Not even,
It's
like,
looking- yeah.
Green
It's-
Bay
it's
came back
not
to
what I was
earth, or they
expecting.
got humbled by none other than the Cleveland Browns. Insane.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought?
And Detroit is back.
Yeah, I was going to say it. Are we back in on Detroit after that big win? I personally am. I think they showed a lot. They look like they're reinvigorated as far as we're playing our style of football. We're going to run it down your throat, and we're going to make you try to stop it. And now it's going to open it up for Jared Goff to get some confidence, get a big win on the road against a really good Baltimore team, in a high-flying, up and down the field
Mhm.
game. You get a few big stops, force a few big fumbles. It looked like the old Detroit or of the last 2 years, Detroit Lions that have looked really good. And I personally think that, honestly, I'm more excited about the Lions right now, and this might be recency bias, than the Green Bay Packers, personally, because I think before the season, we touched on how the Lions have a lot of guys back, and people are just kind of writing them off. And I think we may have jumped on the Green Bay train a little too early. I personally am not as high on Jordan Love as maybe a lot of people are. I actually think him and Goff are very comparable. And I think that the Lions have a great run game. If they can establish that again, and the O-line was looking pretty good last night, that's the one thing that's the key piece, I think, to see if Detroit's a real team or not this year, contending-wise.
Yeah.
But
I
don't
think
know.
I think the Lions thrive on momentum. Like
they
they're-
do.
Like they're trying to get you in a situation where you're going to start making mistakes and you're going to get overwhelmed by all the stuff that they're throwing at you. And I mean, they lost. The loss was against. I'm forgetting who it was against.
The Packers.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think they were able to kind of find that. Especially it was the first game of the year.
On the road.
Like on the
It's a
road.
tough
Like you got a new OC. Like maybe they're starting to get that like kind of momentum style of putting you in that situation. So yeah, I'm not writing them off.
Yeah, I'm back in for 2 reasons. One, I think this is a game that Baltimore of past has dominated NFC teams
Yeah.
in these situations, even the best of the best. And 2, they got back to being aggressive. Like, week 1, we saw such a timid game plan. They were checking everything down.
Mhm.
And maybe that's because they didn't know what to expect with
Yeah.
that Green Bay defense. They had no film or anything with Micah. But, dude, they were punching him in the mouth all game.
All game.
And then they go for it on 4th down. They got back to their trick plays. We saw a speed option from Amon
Yeah.
Ra to Jameer. I mean, that was Lions football,
Mhm.
and I think they found their identity again, and that's why I'm back in. Because I think that was my question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't seem like the same team.
When you lose Ben Johnson, it's like, of course, that question
Yeah.
mark's going to be there, but time tells. Like,
And
okay,
I think
maybe they're back.
I think the momentum offensively carried over from that week 2 game.
Mhm.
They got it right, and they were like, okay, we're back. And
Yeah.
they figured it out. So I think they're back.
I'm gonna be the one who plays the other side of the coin here.
Oh.
I'm not in on them. The only reason I'm not in on them is because we know if there's one thing the Ravens defense can do is let people score. I mean, look how much.
They have. Yeah.
I mean,
That
their
might-
defense is
First half of the year.
We could get into
yeah.
the
Well, yeah,
Ravens
the first
defense.
3 games. What they're? I think I saw they were like 31 they've allowed which I mean, who
They're very
They
suspect
have
at the
played the
moment.
Bills.
They
and the
play tough
Lions.
matches.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. But also, like, I think if Derek doesn't fumble that ball, the Ravens win. I mean, I
It's an
think
if.
him fumbling completely.
Multiple games where that's happened.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's the only reason is their defense is. I don't know. Like you said, they've played good teams, but they've
Mhm.
allowed a lot of points to those good teams. And me believing that Derrick Henry holds on to that ball, the Ravens win. So
So you can say that for a lot of things. I mean, the Patriots are 2-1. If we can hold on to the ball, maybe even one of those 4 times. So I think honestly, that's just more of a testament to the Lions, just finding a way to win there. And I think you touched on I think getting those 4th down conversions, Dan Campbell's whole identity thing. What you're talking about is so big, just for momentum reasons too. Just carrying it on over in the season. But yeah, I mean, I'm back in on
I
Detroit.
want to touch on the Ravens defense before we move on. They did this exact same thing last year.
They did.
They were, I think, 30 or 32nd in the NFL in scoring last year, and they were terrible.
Mhm.
I mean, what, Bengals carved them up for 40 twice?
Yeah.
And then middle of the way through the year, they figured out they were the best defense in the NFL. Yeah. So I'm wondering if we see that shift this year. But I'm also worried because this is Orr's second year. You'd think he'd carry over what he learned in the second half of the season last year into this one. But, dude, they look kind of lost.
Yeah.
They're getting punched in the mouth up front, which is not what the Ravens usually do. So,
Yeah, I don't know if that shows any growth if you're doing the exact same thing as last year from a team that you would say is one step away.
Yeah.
And it's are you still on that same level that you were at last year, which is a very, very high level, but is it the highest level? And are you really tapping into that? Because at the end of the day, 8's going to win you a lot of games.
Mhm.
But you got to give him a few games where he doesn't have to win you
Yeah.
that game and the defense steps up. So we'll see if the Ravens get it going and tough matchups to start the year. For sure.
It's just to leave this. No one has to answer this, but a lot of us picked the Ravens to be in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Do these 3 weeks give you the sense that they are still if let's say the Chiefs aren't there, the Bills aren't there. If they get the Chargers in the AFC Championship, do you see them beating them? We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Bills were my pick. I'm gonna still ride with them. But
Ravens were mine.
I had the Bills getting there.
what do you
But
think?
I still think they get there.
And I think it's fair.
Dude, Lamar could very easily be the best player in the league right now.
He is the best
he's
player in
so
the league.
good. That's the
I
only
think.
reason.
I think him
we're
and
gonna be
Josh
fine.
Allen, depending on the day, it's those two, and then it's the next step down, and then it's another step down, and then it's everybody else.
Yeah.
So, speaking of maybe MVP type players, are there any front runners that you think stand out right now? Maybe that were expected or not expected going into the year. Do you have a guy that stands
Dude,
out?
I'll touch on the guy that we've already talked about, and that's Justin Herbert. I mean, team's 3-0. They beat 3 divisional opponents. The guy's absolutely balling, even without a real running game, which is kind of what we expected from a Harbaugh team, which was to pound the rock and then play action off of that. Dude, he's doing it by himself right now. He looks healthy. He's running. I mean, I kind of wanted to go outside of the Lamar and Josh Allen just because I want to be different. But I think that team is totally different, and I think Herbert being healthy and being able to run is such a big component of his game that's been kind of missed. And we saw it last year. He was great.
Yeah.
So I think if they continue, I think Herbert, kind of what I said at the beginning of the year, I think he can be an MVP for sure.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I like that pick a lot. So
Do you like Josh Allen? I mean, do you think that he's probably the front runner, or
I mean, I would say that Jalen and Lamar are
you think
both.
Lamar is still?
Well, I
is?
mean, I was going to say they're the obvious 1 and 2, but if I had to put a third guy there, it would be Justin Herbert. For what he said, but
I
he's
got you.
hooping.
I'll read
Jonathan
3
Taylor.
different guys' stats right now, and you guys tell me who your MVP is right now. 69 for 99, 755 total yards, and 7 touchdowns for Guy A. Guy B, 72 for 108, 860 yards, and 6 touchdowns with 1 interception. And the third guy is 63 for 88, 816 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no picks. Which guy do you think would be the MVP there?
guy
Based off of box score watching.
C, I think.
Guy C?
So you're
C or A would yeah.
Guy A is Josh Allen. Guy B is Justin Herbert, and Guy C is Daniel Jones.
How about that?
Daniel Jones, honestly, right now, you can make the case,
That's great.
crazy as it sounds, is the MVP frontrunner right now. And I'd say Josh Allen or Daniel Jones would be my top, or Herbert, probably too. Those would be the 3 guys there, and all of them are very comparable. I mean, but if you talk about which guy has maybe lifted up their team, to a higher level, you can make the argument Daniel Jones is taking a
not
team.
crazy.
It's not a crazy argument. Week 3 overreaction.
Is
We'll
there
see how
another
that
candidate
goes.
in his backfield though? I
There
think
is.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor.
Jonathan
real.
Taylor, as far as impact, has definitely crossed the threshold. If you look at his stats, I think he only has like 2 or 3 touchdowns, which is good, and they were all in this game. He had
Yeah,
3
he
in
had
this
3.
game. Okay, I don't think he had any before that.
Touchdown per week.
Touchdown per week on average. I guess you could say that, but I think you give it to. I mean, Danny Dimes has been near perfect. So
That's a very
interesting.
AFC heavy conversation.
Who's your other guy there?
I mean, Baker's still
Look, dude,
an option here.
you talk about impact at the end of games, at least. I mean, that guy is far and
Juice.
away
I mean,
one.
he's got juice.
Dude,
He
I've
has
never
been
seen a
bringing it.
player. I've never watched a player make a terrible throw and then come back with an absolute dime more than Baker Mayfield.
He's
He
just
does it on a
gritty.
weekly basis, and I love it.
I love it too.
It's so Baker.
Gritty football, man. Gotta love it. Speaking of gritty football, time for a gritty segment. Day 3 guy of the week, our defending champ Cam Bynum, as nominated by, was that me?
Yes.
I did nominate Cam Bynum last week, so I guess I am the
Over
defending. Over Amon Ra, who had 3 tuds and did not get it. Very, very interesting. But we have new nominations this week, boys. Any guys that stuck out as, day 3 guys that are worthy of a nomination and of Mr. Relevance choice this week?
I had a guy that stuck out.
Who's your guy?
I think you know him pretty well.
Oh no.
Isaiah Rogers.
Oh,
Let me
I mean,
just
what a week.
let me read this stat line. He had 3 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, an interception, a touchdown, and 2 pass deflections.
That's pretty good
line
game.
for the ages.
And y'all won by 40
in a big old victory.
against a terrible Bengals offense.
You were pulling my heartstrings.
Yeah.
So that is he went to UMass, fun fact. Wow, the Minutemen making an
about
appearance
that?
on the day 3 guys.
Good for him. And good for the UMass Minutemen.
Yeah.
They don't really get a lot of credits in the college football world. You usually have to get more than 3 wins in a season to get those creds. But hey, getting the day 3 guy nomination, it's pretty good.
They got to
Pretty
build a
good.
statue for him outside their stadium.
They might have to after that
Yeah, and
week.
put the PFF grade at the bottom. That'd be good. I'll go ahead and go with Mr. Torrey Horton
Ooh.
of the Seattle Seahawks. I think Isaiah Rogers is probably a little bit more impressive, but I will read the stat line. He had 3 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown.
Okay.
Come on.
But-
I mean, that's a solid stat line
Yeah.
for day 3 guy. But a 95-yard punt return touchdown.
Big.
Punt
Yeah.
return, not kick return.
Yep.
And totaled 114 yards of return yardage. I mean, that's a fantastic showing for
How's
the
that
kid.
Saints punt coverage?
Probably terrible because their team's terrible.
Yeah.
However, how bad is the Bengals' offense right now?
That's
Pretty
true.
bad.
You can make that
so-
argument.
Torrey Horton-
Torrey Horton had a great, and Torrey Horton's worked his way into that role this year on the offensive side of the ball, where no one was talking about him.
He's carved out a role for himself.
I mean,
it's awesome.
Day 3 guy of the year, maybe nominee in the running as of now. Week 3 overreactions, having a great job. I have more of an old head day 3 guy. Most might not even know he was a day 3 guy. My nomination for the week is Shelby Harris of the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Now, Shelby,
Block.
as far as defensive went, he might have been playing behind good old rookie there, Mason Graham, but he's getting some reps, obviously, on that side. But he had 2 tackles in the game. That's okay. That's not why I nominated him. Shelby Harris was the man that blocked the Packers' kick, which ultimately led to a big, big, big Cleveland Browns victory. Got his big ol' paws on that kick and led to a game-winning field goal for the Cleveland Browns, who were the biggest underdogs of the year. A day 3 guy making a day 3 play.
I mean,
Actually, a day 1
know who
play,
he's
honestly.
picking. I don't know why we're.
I'm just trying to
we know
make the
who he's
case here, man. Trying to get another upset poll. I mean, I got one last week.
picking. Come on, let's
see
hear it.
After this is such a hard. This is actually a really hard pick. I'm actually not being. If I pick Isaiah Rogers, Lions Stan will be in an uproar.
Lionsden is in
And
his head.
I really want
Are
for
you
him to be
catering
in-
to Lions then?
I'm not
That's
catering.
what I'm hearing.
Shelby.
He's tailoring
But
his
after
Torrey Horton.
the performance that Isaiah Rogers had in that beautiful PFF rating of a perfect 99.9,
It's not perfect.
it's still not going to be enough because give me Shelby. For you to block a field goal and to win a game as the biggest underdog of the year, I love that. That is the
Dude,
Dude, do y'all have a deal or
like
something?
what is going on?
Dude,
Dude,
I'm just as surprised
he
you
wa-
are.
the pitch was beautiful,
Dude,
and I
he
loved
had
it.
a hand.
Blocked a kick.
He had a
He
hand.
won them
He
the
blocked
game.
the kick.
The kick.
Isaiah Rogers had 2 touchdowns on defense.
I don't care. I
Oh
don't
my
He
care.
doesn't really
gosh,
like
dude.
touchdowns, clearly.
Bro,
Both of our
Touchdowns
we had
mean nothing.
It wasn't
we had 4
enough.
touchdowns combined over here.
2 tackles,
Oh
1
my
blocked
gosh.
kick. That's all it took.
Bro
man.
probably got
Block and
5
DK.
snaps on defense.
Give me a better pitch. Give me
Oh
some
my-
heart.
Let's look up the
Give me
Cleveland
some.
Browns
Give me a
snap
guy that
count.
no one expects to make a difference.
dude,
Hey, I
love it.
Isaiah
I mean,
Rogers
Good
had
pick.
his
I mean, an awesome pick.
Isaiah
Dude, good
Rogers
for Shelby
accounted
Harris,
for
man.
3
The essence of the
turnovers.
day 3 guy is the guy
I just
that no
want to
one
give a
expects.
shout out to Lions Stan for literally influencing his decision because he's scared.
I'm not
He's scared of criticism.
Jeez.
Where's Shelby?
Alright, well,
Shelby Harris got 19 snaps.
Dude,
this week.
that might be worse than last week not picking him on Raw.
Alright, well,
Like,
But making a
literally-
play when it counts,
No,
man.
man.
19
No.
snaps.
It's not about stats. This is
It's
a heart pick.
It
This is about the
is.
guy that makes a difference when nobody believes in.
Dude, he had an almost perfect PFF grade.
I thought
Dog.
Well, we don't really care about PFF.
No, we don't, but still.
Wow.
That's
Hey,
literally
what
the most
an upset
layup
pick for the second week in a row.
Nah, man.
What you guys have to learn about me is that I'm going to take the guy that doesn't have this stat line that just makes a play when they.
He
when it
literally got a
counts.
finger on a ball. What are you
He
talking
got a big old
about,
paw
dude?
on that
That's
ball.
It's so stupid.
That ball went backwards.
That's easily the worst take I've ever heard on this podcast.
a
Well,
34-year-old.
he did say Will Reichard was going to be the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
the
a-
Oracle.
A 34-year-old just won day 3
Dude,
guy.
good for Shelby, man. I mean, this might be his last go
Bro's
round.
probably gonna get cut.
Dude,
I mean,
you
he's
know,
probably
he
not gonna be on
probably
the
got a
team next
game
year.
ball in the locker room too.
Good for him, dude.
Good for Shelby.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm sure
Hey.
Isaiah Rogers didn't get one.
Well, there's a lot of game balls to pick
Good night.
to give around there. Hey, I love the pick. I think it's time to make
Let's
some
just get
more
to the
picks.
man. Just get.
Let's make some more picks. Maybe these aren't biased, but at least you
I
can
can't.
get your own individual agenda
Oh
on
my
these
God.
picks. Let's tap into some college football this week. The boys last week, as a whole, were solid. I mean, I myself am ice cold when it comes to college football. I was getting a little bit too cute on those picks. I think I went about 2-5. Matt is our year-to-date leader right now at 70%, 7-3. Gabe not far behind at JP is 9-6, not far behind. Gabe 8-7. I'm 5-10. Probably want to fade anything that I pick this week. But boys, do we have any picks? We have 7 games on a slate. What an awesome slate this weekend. I think JP said it best before we got on a pod. What were you saying about this weekend?
Oh, I said that there's some poor soul out there that's his girlfriend's dragging him to a wedding this weekend, and
We'll be praying for that
I'm
guy.
so sorry, man.
You think he's gonna have YouTube TV on the
Absolutely.
phone?
Yeah,
freaking
him
Oh, and as he should.
they're gonna be in the corner they're just gonna have YouTube TV pulled up watching the games.
No, I will say I'm a
The
little bit
groom
jarred.
will probably also have you.
Yeah,
yeah,
it might be involved in his
A real
vows.
man.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jarred up about. We'll get over the last 2 games, but having Bama and Georgia and Oregon and Penn State at the same time.
Sickening, man.
I mean, good thing we have YouTube TV and we can, duo box it.
We
but
might have to duo box might be too small. Might have to have 2
We might have to do
fat
Oh, it's a
TVs.
2 TV weekend.
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
All right. Well, and the Ryder Cup too, maybe a third TV.
Yeah,
for those
maybe,
that-
yeah.
For those that indulge in that as well.
Yeah.
That could be
um,
a phone or tablet play.
Yeah, that's kinda, or like maybe a game cast or
Yeah,
Safari
it's gonna
play.
have to
But
be it.
boys, let's get into some college football picks. First matchup, number 22 Notre Dame, 1-2 on the season.
Let's hear it, Oracle.
Losing record on the year goes into Arkansas. A big matchup on the road. Arkansas is a 5.5-point dog at home.
I want to be cute and pick Arkansas, but I'm taking Notre Dame.
Notre Dame at home, or Notre Dame on the road. I'm also going Notre Dame. I think this is a big chance for them to try to get their season back on the right foot. I think Arkansas's played some good football, has a good quarterback, but I don't think that they are going to be a contender at the end of the year, like Notre Dame may end up being if they take care of business this week. So I'm going to go Notre Dame.
Yeah, give me Notre Dame. I think they figured something out last week. I
Mm-hmm.
think they got back on the board, and they have to win out. So
They have to.
starts this week. I'm going Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm tailing y'all. I'm picking Notre Dame. I do think Taylor Green is a absolute stud,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't get it done against Memphis last week.
Yeah.
And I think Notre Dame has already um, I think Notre Dame's already lost the games that they're going to lose, and they're going to get back rolling this week. So
I agree. I will say, if this game was a night game, I actually think that it would bode better for Archie. You could say Archie was probably looking ahead to this game, but couldn't get it done last week. I don't think they're as good as Notre Dame. Another game, 2 ranked matchups. One team that may not deserve to be ranked after their performance last week, but they remain in the rankings. Number 21 USC is visiting now number 23 Illinois. Illinois is a 6.5 point dog at home after getting blown out by 53 on the road last week in Indiana. Who you got in this game?
I don't know much about what's going on in over there in California, but I think this is gonna, even though they're dogs in this, I think this could be a big get back game for Illinois, especially after getting embarrassed. So I'm gonna take Illinois. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of like it. I mean, look, Illinois, this is an opportunity to get a bounce back victory after getting embarrassed and do it on your home field this week. I am going to go Trojans this week. I think this is a team that's very underrated. No one's really talking about them, and it's kind of rare for a USC team, especially led by Lincoln Riley, to not get talked about very much. So I think they're going to show the world. They are a very similar team to that Indiana team as far as scheme and how their defense plays. So I'm going to go USC to get it done on the road. Illinois is probably not going to be the team we thought they were this year.
Yeah, I'm going USC. I think Illinois might be the worst top 10 team that's ever existed ever. And dude, I think USC is actually a sleeper playoff team. I think Myalva's good.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah,
and
really
Mekhi Lemon, I think, is a first-round wide receiver. Their run game looked great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going USC and not really thinking twice, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm also going USC. I was high on Luke Altmaier and Illinois last week, but obviously they didn't show me much, so I'm going USC. And like you said, the UNLV kid, he's a stud. So,
yeah, I will say, warning sign: USC will be playing a game that is 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. their time, as far as So I mean, those guys are going to have to get up for that game, but I do think they're the better team, so they'll get it done. Big game here. Number 4 LSU against number 13 Ole Miss. Boys, who do we have in this game?
So Ole Miss tramples that big green wave that I thought was, that was one of my picks last week that I was really hoping, Tulane would pull that out, but Ole Miss looked really good. They're definitely going to bring it to LSU. I'm gonna take LSU just because they've been playing fine, and I think that they have the ability to beat the Ole Miss team.
Yeah, I think you said it right when you said LSU's been playing fine. And I honestly think you look at their matchups to start the year that were once looked at as big-time matchups, Clemson getting a big win and Florida getting a big win. And those are good wins. But they didn't really win by that much, and those teams have proved to not look very good to start the year. I'm going Ole Miss. I think they're going to win this game at home. I think this is an opportunity. They have a lot of, they got a big victory last week. I think they've looked better, and I'm not as high on LSU. Is a team that's still ranked number 13 outside of the top 10. This is your first chance to get into the top 10 this year, and I think Kiffin's fired up about it. I'm going to go Rebels at home.
Dude, I'm also going Ole Miss. I'm riding if Trinidad starts. I don't know the Austin Simmons update, but I think Trinidad's actually a better fit for this team. I like Trinidad Chamberlain a lot. LSU, I think you guys hit it on the head. I'm not impressed by them.
I'm not.
And I think the SEC's totally up for grabs. And if you took the rankings away from this game, I think Ole Miss has played better football up to this point than LSU. That Clemson win looks really weak right now.
It does.
So they really haven't beaten anybody. So I'm going with Ole Miss. I think they're going
to win. Even when Matt started, I was trying to decide who I wanted to pick. But I'm just going to stick with my gut. I'm going LSU. LSU's defense is legit, and I have a feeling that old Trinidad Chambliss or whatever his name is going to he could have some turnovers. He could result in LSU points.
Okay.
So.
Interesting. They could have Austin Simmons back this week. I actually think that bodes better for them. Trinidad looked good against Tulane, and he looks good as a player, but I do think Austin Simmons is their best chance to win. I think the Rebels are favored by 1.5 points.
And also, I want to throw in there that 2 years ago when Ole Miss beat LSU in Oxford, they rushed the field and tore down the goalpost and did all that jazz. So LSU's going to be fired up to go back in there and come out with a win.
Interesting. Okay, this game is an interesting one. It's a team that lost last week. Maybe an opportunity to get back on the board on the road against a team that's gotten a big victory earlier in the year. Auburn visits number 9 Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a 6.5-point favorite at home. Boys, who do we have in this game?
So Auburn going into College Station. I'm going to take Auburn. I kind of feel like they're going to play spoiler to Texas A&M this year. I think the game against Oklahoma, they're going to have a lot of film to watch, and there's a lot of mistakes in there that honestly I think are very fixable. Like Jackson Arnold holding the ball for as long as he did, like that. I think they can fix that, and I felt like they were in it for a majority of the game, and I think stupid mistakes and penalties were what caused them to be out of it. And so I think Auburn's going to play spoiler this week. So
I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm going to go Auburn as well on the road. I think A&M is a team that doesn't have as great of a defense as that Oklahoma team did that posed a lot of problems for Jackson Arnold. I think Marcel Reed is a good quarterback. I think that they have a capability of putting up a lot of points. I think that Auburn defense is actually pretty good as well. And I think they have guys that are on that side of the ball that are playmakers. When you have a Cam Coleman that can, make a big catch in a big moment, I think they could come in and play spoiler to a team that A&M potentially let their fans down in the way. That's tough that going into, College Station and I don't know. But I do think Auburn, that's a gut choice that I think they're going to come in because I think Auburn is a good team and I think they're going to come in and get a big victory on the road. This is a good matchup for them.
Dude, I'm shocked you guys both went Auburn. I picked Auburn last week and they absolutely burned me. But I think one could make the argument that Auburn outplayed Oklahoma in that game and they should have won. The ref fiasco is going under the radar, but
I agree.
They took at least 7 points from Auburn in a game that they would have been right there.
That call was ridiculous.
Yeah. And I think Auburn's defense showed me something. They played really well against Mateer. I think they're a much better team than people are giving them credit for, especially on the boundary. I think Cam Coleman's a stud. Their secondary played way better than I think people expected. And if they win that game, I think this is a totally different game that we're talking about right now. Probably talking about a top 15 team playing Texas A&M. I'm a little lower on Texas A&M, and I think Auburn's going to bounce back and go get this one. So give me the Tigers.
Oh, no.
I did not expect for this. I thought I was
No
going to
way.
be the only one. And I'm genuinely thinking about changing my...
Oh, trying to be different.
No, I'm just going to stick with my gut.
Yeah.
I'm the Tigers.
Clean sweep on the Auburn Tigers.
I'm not... I was telling you whenever we were watching the Texas A&M Notre Dame game, but I don't think A&M is all that. I think they They beat Notre Dame on... luck.
Now it could be
a miracle.
Luck of the Irish.
Games. We'll see.
But I'm gonna go the Tigers. Like you said, the refs took points away from them last week with the whole wide receiver running off the field and then not running off the field. And I don't know, but
in the
fumble, that was the big one for me.
Well, I'm going Auburn.
Yeah, I think Auburn has an absolute gauntlet ahead of them as well.
Agreed.
This is a win they have to get. If you want to keep your season, alive as far as, competing for the big, playoff berth whatsoever, Auburn needs this win bad. They're coming fired up, focused, and it's a good matchup.
Also, playing on the road against these two teams is brutal.
Tough,
but I think they can go get this one, dude. I really do.
This is a gettable one for sure. Okay, this game may have been a surprise to be on the slate. I think this is an interesting matchup. Number 1 Ohio State is on the road at Washington. Washington is an 8.5-point dog in that game. At home, who do we got in this game? The number 1 team in the country.
No, Ohio State. Just no. I'm sorry. Ohio State. They're the number 1 team in the country. They have not shown much weakness, in my opinion. There's no reason why they should be losing to Washington. So give me Ohio State.
There is no reason.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Ohio State got a big win against Texas. They did, and they looked like a good team. Julian Sayin is going into his first real road game of his entire career. get ready to learn Damon Williams Jr. and Jonah Coleman. Washington Huskies win this football game at home against the number one team in the country. This year of college football does not have a clear favorite, I don't think. I think this is going to be a year of craziness. If you watch the Huskies play, Damon Williams looks like Kyler Murray, who's a pretty good college football quarterback. He's looked really good. This is a team that's 3-0, a team that has had winning pedigree. Their coach, Jed Fish, I believe his name is, the Arizona former coach, come in and bring some talent in there. They have the best running back in this game, I believe, with Jonah Coleman, and maybe the best quarterback, depending on what you've watched. And I think this is a tougher game than people are making it out to be. I'm going to be bold here, and I'm going to go upset. Washington Huskies get it done at home and take out the number one team in the country.
Someone clip that, please.
Clip it.
Please.
8.5 point dogs. Line's been dropping crazy. It's a little peculiar. I think it's going to be a close game. Maybe Washington doesn't pull it out. I'm going to say they do. But Huskies.
I would absolutely love that. I really would. That
We'll
would
see.
be amazing. But just to come back to reality for a second, where we are now, I'm taking Ohio State. I agree with almost everything you said, but I think Ohio State's defense is too good. Washington, they've shown flashes, but they haven't really done it against a group like this. And Ohio State's defense is a problem. So I'm taking Ohio State. I think they cover. I think they keep it.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
But I'm going Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going Ohio State.
You want to tell them what you put in the doc here?
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith over everything. Every single stat that you could get off him.
Well, they might be playing from behind, so
Ohio State.
we'll see. I could just get absolutely clipped here. And you got to keep in mind, I'm 5-10. I need a big victory here.
He's the contrarian.
I'm being a contrarian here. Maybe I get a big victory. I'll be a big Husky fan. And I'll be a little bit more locked in that game than maybe other people might be, just because I want to see.
Well, it did get a lot more interesting of a watch now.
Yeah. I'm telling you, quarterback play. If you guys haven't watched the Huskies at all, I was watching a few clips because I saw the line, and I'm like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna watch some Huskies football and see if I get bought in, and I'm a little bit bought in. So we'll see. If they start 4-0, if they're going to go to Ohio State,
Highlights
could be
do
talking
crazy
about
things too,
a
man.
top 10. No, I was watching that game footage of both teams.
That would be great for Miami because then
It would be. I mean, hey, I think it'd be great for college football. College football has been really electric this year. I think
Enjoy
it's gonna
being
continue.
top 5 while it lasts. It's not going to hang around for too long. Just wait till Florida State.
Oh, two heavy-hitting matchups here to end
I mean,
our college football pick segment. And to end the night on Saturday, I'm so excited for these two games.
We'll
I
not
mean,
be moving for
No.
6 hours.
No, don't call me. Don't text. Actually, you can text me about the game, but don't call me. Number 17, Alabama and Ty Simpson, maybe the reinvigorated Crimson Tide, go into Sanford Stadium to face my number 5 Georgia Bulldogs. The Dogs are 3-point favorites in this game. Who you got?
so you would probably know this. What's the stat on teams going into the Sanford Stadium
I have no idea.
It's like
They haven't lost at home
It's been a
since
while.
2019,
Yeah.
I think.
and so like in my mind they're due.
Oh,
They're so due.
in the Oracle mind.
I'm not bought in on this Georgia team
Okay.
at all. And that's why I'm going to give me Alabama.
Okay,
taking
the Crimson
Alabama.
Tide get their season back on track. I am going to go Dogs. The Dogs have shown that they can grit it out and win a game at the end of the game against good football teams, even on the road. I think that they're going to rise up for this game. Kirby's smart. Bama games mean more to him. Even though Saban's not there anymore, he knows we are the better football team, and Georgia can get it done at home. Gunnar Stockton cements himself in the Heisman race with this game. And Georgia gets a big win at home and maybe gets into that top 3 after this week. I'm going to go Dogs at home.
Yeah, give me the Dogs to break their streak. I'm going with Alabama.
Wow.
For multiple reasons. I think Georgia should have lost to Tennessee. I mean, they're kick away from being a lost football team right now. Simpson, I think, is finding something, man. I know it wasn't against a great team in Wisconsin, but he was dotting them up. He looked good. Bama has their running back coming back. They've got their D tackle coming back. They're getting healthy. I think this is a game they need to win if they want to get back into top 10 conversations. Georgia's secondary kind of looks like they can be had. So if Bama can attack deep, I think they can go win this game. And like you said, Matt, I think it's just time. And Bama fares well against Georgia, so I'm taking Bama.
I think
I'm
we
not
were
hating
way
on
too
those
quick to
picks.
judge Bama after that FSU
Oh,
game.
no
So
doubt. And
that's
FSU's a good team.
FSU's looking like a
I don't
powerhouse.
I don't
right
think
now.
Georgia wins that game because Bama's a bad team. I just think close game. Dogs get it at home. What you got, P?
There's no
Are you
bad
gonna be
picks.
Are you gonna be on my team? Or am I going 2 straight contrarian picks in a row?
You know, I'm sitting here looking at the Georgia schedule, and I mean, I don't think y'all the world of the SEC football right now is too good for y'all to go undefeated. Okay,
Okay.
y'all play Ole Miss at home, Texas at home, and yeah,
Florida
those
at
are
home.
y'all play Georgia Tech on that little neutral side or whatever. But I'm going Bama.
I love it.
Wow.
I
Crazy.
I think that y'all are gonna lose one big home game this year, in my opinion, and I think y'all are gonna beat Texas and Ole Miss. I'm going Bama.
All right. Interesting.
How did Georgia draw?
He just
all
saw
those home
Georgia
games?
in person, and
So
I know he's not
valid,
picking
valid
out of-
opinion.
It's
then.
valid.
I mean,
'Cause
they
he's-
should have won that game.
they
They
should-
should've
I had this conversation over the weekend, and
Do you think Tennessee's better than Bama?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Now, are we gonna go into T-Town and win? I don't know because it's T-Town, but
Sir.
I had a conversation this weekend, and it got pretty heated, and I made a claim that it feels like a Georgia regression, and maybe that's crazy to say, but it just does not look like.
What has shown you that it's regression?
I mean, it's just not the same Georgia team that
The
we've seen in the
defense.
past.
The defense played a really good offense, and
Yeah, but they shut
got a
down
few
really
big
good
stops.
offenses in the
They
past.
looked great in the second half. I mean, we can attest to that.
Takes
But the
two
first
halves.
half, we were lit up. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a really interesting game. Well, I'm not saying Bama can't win that game. I think they absolutely could. But I do think the Dogs are favored for a reason in that game, and I think they are the better team. We'll see what happens.
Let's get to the real game of the week.
This is the game. I would say
College
this is the
game.
game of the week. Number 6 Oregon goes to number 3 Penn State. Who do we have in this game?
My heart says Oregon. My brain says Penn State. Give me
Hmm.
Penn State.
Interesting.
I'm taking Penn State.
Brain over heart pick. Interesting.
Yeah,
From the
I
Oracle.
I'm gonna go gut as well. I'm gonna go Ducks on the road. I think Oregon is a team that is super hungry, and maybe he beat the allegations last year, but James Franklin does not win the big game very often. He's not accustomed to it. I think Dan Lanning does, and I think he's going to win this one. I think Dante Moore is the better quarterback in this game. I think you got 2 really good defenses. I could see this being a very ugly game. Maybe a game that we're all excited to watch, and then we go, my gosh, turn this off. It's 13-10 in the third quarter, but I think it's going to be the Ducks on the road getting a big victory to cap off the night after the Dogs get a win.
You want to go?
dude, I mean, again, I am literally between. You see what I have on my screen right now, but I'm going against what my screen says. I'm picking Penn State. And honestly, this is the only reason I'm picking them. Last time I picked Oregon, Ohio State blew them out in the playoffs. That I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's personal.
Personal.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I've never been more 50-50 on a game than I have in this game. I'm for the record, I'm gonna pick Penn State because it would be a horrific look for me as a Penn State fan to
Home
pick the
game
Ducks.
favored.
However, I'm going to explain why I think they could lose this game. James Franklin's totally outcoached in this matchup.
Totally.
Dan
Oh,
Lanning is
yeah.
so far and away a better coach that it's scary. The only saving grace here is it being a whiteout at home. I mean that
Mhm.
environment for the Ducks is going to be a challenge. I don't think they've had to come and play in an environment like that, especially early in the season like this.
Mhm.
But dude, Oregon's so much better coach. Franklin does not win the big game. But I'm going to go with Penn State strictly because I think they're going to win one of this game or the Ohio State game. And I think there's a way better shot they win this one than the Ohio State one where they have to go and play in the horseshoe.
Why not lose both?
They very well could. They very well could because this is what we do. But if this is really going to be the year where they take that step, you got to get this one. You have to get
You
this
do.
one first. At home, you got to go get it. I think Drew Aller plays well. He's had this one circled since the Big Ten championship. I'm going to go Penn State, but kind of like Matt said, my brain's actually saying Oregon. Dante Moore's a
Ducks,
stud,
man.
dude. I like Dante Moore.
He looks good. I mean,
He really
he's a
does.
guy that had decent draft stock going this year. Not top guy, But like John Mateer, which rip John Mateer, hopefully he'll come back soon.
He's hurt.
Oh yeah, he got
Yeah.
surgery on his hand.
Hand surgery.
Out
Yeah.
indefinitely.
Yeah.
I think he'll be back. For
Yeah,
the
he'll
game.
play for Tennessee. Don't worry.
He's not gonna play for Texas, though, right? Wasn't
No,
that
he'll,
game they might miss?
his first game that he's going to be
No,
back.
this is good because his
Tennessee.
draft stock will go down a little bit, and then
And
we'll
the
draft
Steelers,
it.
yeah, okay, there
no,
you
this
go.
is perfect.
But Mateer and Dante Moore are two guys that went in this year maybe were like middle of the pack as far as QB prospects and have vaulted as far as maybe Carson Beck as well. Honestly, could be a guy that
Just
did
give
that
me
with him.
just give me a guy, man. Just give me a
Give
guy.
you a guy. Well, time to get into it. That was it for the college football picks. We'll see how it goes this
Electric
year.
slate.
Our leader, a great slate. Our leader as of now. We'll see how it is after this week. A lot of flip flopping between the guys this week. So some opportunities for some guys to go higher on the board. I believe I have a differential on those last 3 games. Am I by myself on that?
Yeah, you Contrarian.
Me versus squad. Okay,
Yeah.
well hopefully I get at least 1 or 2 of those.
I'm glad someone picked the Ducks. If we had gone clean sweep,
Oh yeah, well
I would
the
have done it
Auburn
myself.
pick is actually the most mind-boggling one of the
I
Auburn.
couldn't
clean
believe
sweep.
it when
Auburn's
y'all.
a better
They
team,
are.
man. I'll
They
die
should
on that
not
hill.
have. They should not have lost that
I'll
game.
die on the
Yeah,
hill.
that's the thing. Like, honestly, based off the eye test, Auburn to me was a better pick. But I'm looking at that spread. I'm like, dang, dude, 6.5. I'm like, dude, I just go with the favorite in this game because maybe they know something I don't. But row with it, and everybody agrees with me, so I'm okay.
Dude,
with it.
last thing I want to say before we move on to the NFL, Arnold looked good.
I thought he looked fine.
He did
just
look
got
good.
sacked.
Okay,
No. His deep balls were great
Sure.
balls, but like he was on the money. And that one Cam Coleman throw, if he keeps running,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that- totally different game, dude.
Yeah.
I will
100%.
say I do think he was holding the ball a little too long. But
I mean, well, he got 3 of those sacks on the last drive. I agree with him, though. I'm not gonna lie. He's obviously more naturally a runner. He threw some good passes, but I think he got a little flustered near the end of the game, where rightfully so, where
Great
you have
defense.
double-digit sacks. Yeah, great defense in Oklahoma, who's definitely a contender when their quarterback's playing, and that A&M team
it's also
does
hard to
not
bounce
pose the
back
exact same
when
threat.
when you start getting that feeling like the refs are against you.
Yeah.
So
So they
Was surgery on his throwing hand?
yes.
Right thumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
That
tough
sucks.
deal there. So we'll see how it goes. But hopping into the NFL, current pick records, I am leading the pack at 34-14, a 72% hit rate. Second place, JP at 31-17, 66%. He's 30-18 at 64%, and Matt brings up the rear at 8-8, 50% on picks. So we will hop into week four of picks. Starting off with Thursday Night Football, the Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals on Thursday night. I believe the Seahawks are favored on the road in this game. Who do we have?
Yeah, pretty brutal loss for the Cardinals this weekend. I think they continue that, and I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
They're rolling.
I'm going to go Cardinals at home to get it done. I think the Cardinals, losing James Conner sucks. You get Trey Benson in there. It's an opportunity for him to step up. I actually do think this is going to be an ugly game as well. I think the Seahawks are just going to, breed an ugly brand of football, but I do think that Kyler Murray and the boys are going to pull it out at home. I think the Cardinals have a good defense as well, and I have confidence that they will win a close one-score game. So Cardinals at home.
I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. That defense is a problem, man. And if they saw the blueprint last week against the Niners, dude, the Cardinals are kind of just in disarray right now. There's stuff going on with Marvin Harrison. They think he could be a bust. I don't think he's a bust, but dude, he's shown no flashes warranting a number 3 overall pick.
I agree.
He's gonna play better.
I don't think their offense gets it going. They lose James Conner, which I think is a lot bigger of a loss than people realize. And the Seahawks, I think, are the exact team to take advantage of that. That defense is a problem. Witherspoon's coming back. Eman Warry's coming back. And I think Darnold, dude, he's looked good, man. So I'm taking the Seahawks.
Love that pick.
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks too.
Wow.
Contrary.
I was going to bring up the 2 guys coming back on defense being big. For the Seahawks, I think Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, like you said, the Cardinals are in disarray. Marvin Harrison catches a freaking ball. So I'm going Seahawks.
You guys think the Seahawks are a real team?
I do.
Everybody
think they're
seems to be
good.
high on them.
Yeah.
I actually think their defense absolutely gives them
Yep.
a chance to win games, and they have an offense that actually creates points, unlike the teams that we were low on earlier. Moving on to 2 teams that probably were more listed as defensive teams to start the year, but have turned into better offensive teams than they are defenses to start. The Vikings the Vikings play the Steelers on your Sunday morning. If you're hopefully you're going to church, and you'll see the game cast afterwards. But the Vikings play the Steelers, so this is a big game for the day 3 guys here. Who do we have in this game?
I'm taking the Vikings.
Vikings. Okay, that's simple.
I mean-
I'm going to go Vikings as well. I think the Vikings have played better football, and I think Carson Wentz will get it done. Is it in London? Is that correct? We'll get it done. Or it's in Dublin.
Dublin,
Okay, I think the Vikings are going to get it done in Dublin. I think the Steelers, I think they did find something. I think it's going to be a really good game as well to start the morning off. But I was kind of flip-flopping. But I'm going to go Vikings in this game.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well.
Oh no.
Wow.
I'm scared. Now.
I really liked what I saw from their defense last week, and Carson Wentz was absolutely hooping. So give me the Vikings.
Dear Lord, no.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Vikings. And it's honestly, this isn't like, I'm about to sound off for a minute. So if you're
Please.
headphone users, beware. Mike Tomlin is so far out schemed in this matchup, it's not even close. Brian Flores might send 87 different blitzes, and Arthur Smith might have a panic attack on the sideline. We can't run the ball, which is like our whole identity. So I don't know how we're going to win a game without being able to run the ball. Aaron Rodgers threw the worst pick I've ever seen of any quarterback ever. We caused 5 turnovers, and we barely scraped by the Patriots. The defense gets run on like I'm watching the 2015 Steelers that couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Oh.
We're in shambles. We're 2-1, but we're probably the worst 2-1 team that I've ever seen in my entire life. We've been outgained by our opponents by about 400 yards to start the year. We are going to get obliterated by the Vikings on a crisp Sunday morning. I'm going to have to wake up to this. So if Penn State loses Saturday night, someone's going to need to check on me after the Steelers get obliterated on Sunday. So I'm going with the Vikings. Maybe some karma of us all picking the Vikings.
That's what I'm
will
scared of
create
now.
some
And
magic.
maybe he has the juice in that
Yeah.
sense, and you don't. We'll see. I guess that is insane. But hey, credit to you, man. I mean, going with your gut there. We'll go with my team now. They're taking on the Carolina Panthers. Panthers visit the Patriots. Patriots are 5.5-point favorites. Panthers just won by 30 last week. Who we got in this game?
This is a hard game to pick. I'm just because in my opinion, based off of what Gabe just did, which is his whole, that whole sound off, he's not very confident in the Steelers. And if the Patriots beat the Steelers, Panthers beat a good Falcons team, in my opinion. And I think Bryce Young is going to carry that over. Give me the Panthers.
All right. He took the Panthers. I'm going to go Pats. I think the Pats is a great bounce back opportunity for them. I actually think that they're going to win big in this game. This is a great matchup for them. And I think the Panthers maybe coming in with a little bit of mojo. Patriots need this game at home. We have not been good at home lately, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to get the offense going, and hopefully the defense can get enough stops against a team that has been so pedestrian in the Carolina Panthers. I hope Vrabel can get it done, and we can go 2-2. I just think we're going to just be a very up and down team this year. Hopefully this is an up, so I'm going to go Pats.
I'm going to go Pats.
Okay.
I'm going to go Pats.
Thank
and
you.
I feel like I'm going to be upset because the Panthers could win this game, and I rode with them week 1, and I'm still hurt about that. The reason I'm going with the Pats, I think if the Patriots can just get out of their own way, they're a good team, dude. They should have beat Vegas week 1. Miami looks like they're not a terrible team. Like, that's a solid win week 2, and then they should have beat us. If they can, I'd give every touch in that backfield to Travion Henderson, and I would just say, you know what? Go beat him. So
I think we're going to get Gonzo back too, and putting him on Tet is going to give them some real problems where he's going to have to start throwing to Jatavion Sanders and maybe Chubb out of the
Xavier
backfield.
Liggett.
Liggett's hurt. They don't have Adam Thielen anymore. Is Coker back? I don't think he is.
Hunter
Who are they
Renfrow
throwing?
season.
Hunter Renfrow was selling cars
Chuba
last
Dumbo.
year, and now he's back. I mean, on paper, the Patriots should win this game handily. The only reason I'd say that's even in doubt is because of what we saw last week, and because the Patriots are 1-2.
I don't know if I'd say handedly. You
Yeah,
guys aren't
handedly's a
that.
strong
Like
word.
that's strong.
I mean, if you just look at the talent on both sides of the ball, I don't think
You
the
guys
Panthers
don't
are
have
very
a lot of
talented.
talent. You guys don't have.
I think we have more than the Panthers by.
Oh,
a decent
I
amount.
think it's
Okay.
like honestly pretty even.
All right, that's fine. Hey, you wrote. I'm not gonna. Right, you took the Patriots. I'm
I
not
did.
gonna hate.
I did,
like it.
and I think Gonzo
And I don't
being
want.
back
I don't
is
want to
the
be
difference.
ridden fully against again. So I'm just not gonna hurt your feelings at all. So Pats,
Hurt my feelings.
Not
How you gonna
hurt
hurt
your
my
feelings.
feelings?
not hurt your feelings. Just I don't want you to get off my team.
Oh no, I'm riding.
Okay,
I'm riding
good.
reluctantly.
Okay.
I'm also riding reluctantly. I'm going Patriots.
Oh,
Although I typed in Panthers in the doc because the Dolphins comment you made kind of made me upset. But
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I'm going
That's
with
me a hate watch.
I'm going with the Patriots.
Wow.
Yeah,
Everyone just turns on me.
I'm not gonna
Hush, Lord.
Yes. Maybe you'll be right.
I think I'll be right.
I'm
He doesn't even believe.
I'm not gonna expound on my pick. I'm just gonna leave it at the Patriots. So.
I like that. Mysterious.
Good pick. Great pick. Another game. This is a game of two teams that I don't really know, honestly. Commanders at Falcons. I mean, what do we even think in this game? You got Marcus Mariota, or probably Jaden Daniels might come back this week. I think that plays a big factor. But here's a chance for the Falcons to get back on the right foot at home against a team that may not have their starting quarterback, but even if they do, hasn't looked especially sharp this year. Commanders at the Falcons. Who you got?
So, having picked the Commanders to go 15-2,
They're off to a good start.
You need to preface every week with that.
I'm gonna take the Commanders. I'm
Okay.
gonna take the Commanders.
No reason other than they're going to finish 15-2.
I
How
have-
many losses do they
I-
have?
One.
They have one. Okay, well,
I,
think of this one,
I don't
they're
want to
in the
use.
top
I don't
five.
want to use it on this game. So I'm
Not going to use their other loss of the year.
They'd have to win out.
Hey, valid reason. I'm going to go Falcons to get another bounce back win because the Falcons are just a stupid franchise. And I said last week the Falcons were going to lose after a big win against the Vikings to the Panthers just because they're the Falcons and this is what they do. I'm going to say they're going to get a big win just because this is what they do. And I think Penix going to have a bounce back game. And maybe some offense in this game. I could see this being high scoring. It could also be just a terrible watch. Hopefully, Birmingham doesn't play the Falcons on the big TV. I don't want to watch that game. But I'm going to go Falcons to get an upset win.
I don't want to speak for JP, but I fear you could be the contrarian pick again. I'm going with the Commanders.
Oh.
Jaden Daniels is a problem. I think he's going to come back and be really good if he plays. I don't know if that's confirmed yet. I have questions about Penix, man. We haven't really seen a breakout game from him,
Mm-mm.
and I don't really think this is the game to do it. I think Dan Quinn saw enough last year in that game late in the season to kind of know what he's getting into. And, dude, Penix was a nightmare last year. I mean, you got taken out for Kirk Cousins. That's the last thing you want if you're a
Last
Falcons
week.
fan.
Yeah.
I just don't really see a path, man, unless Bijan gets it going and he just dominates. So
Well-
I'm going with the Commanders.
The stat what was that I read the other day? It was like Penix is 0-4, 0-5 when the Falcons have allowed more than 7 points.
That's
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
scary.
saw that.
That's Kenny Pickett
And
esque.
we'll see. It's early once again.
friend of the program, Garrett Sutherland, likes to use the term "we are not a serious franchise, and
They
we should
are.
not be treated as such." So
They're not a serious. This would be a very unserious win though. So
I gotta say, dude, after the Falcons game, the Penix Twitter saga was probably one of the
hilarious.
funniest reads of all time. If there was a way to throw one up on the screen, we might have to do it. But
we'll
it's
see,
so good.
we'll see about it.
Yeah, you're by yourself. I'm going Commanders.
Contrarian again.
I have a
Falcons are the underdog.
lot of questions regarding the Falcons. How do you let the Panthers do you like that?
Facts.
Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Penix,
They got did.
everything about him. So yeah, I can't pick the Falcons.
That's fair. Okay, and that's fair, and I'll take it. I kind of expected that could be the case in that game. Other games, I was kind of shocked that I was a contrarian, but that one, I can understand why. People wouldn't ride with a team that just lost to the Carolina Panthers 30-0.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Dude, we have a run of like game of the weeks coming up here.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Well,
Speaking
not
of game
definitely,
of the
yeah,
week,
definitely not this
and
one.
speaking of
No, this is one of
30-0, Saints visit the Buffalo Bills. 16.5-point spread.
That's gonna be one of the biggest spreads.
Insane
That
spread.
is a
recent
disrespect, and especially early in the season. Usually those spreads can happen near the end of the year when we know a team's bad and they're like 1-11 and they're facing the 11-1 Bills. This is the team. This is game 4, and this is already the spread. Last week the biggest spread ended up losing outright, and no one even batted an eye at when we were picking these games. So maybe we should really consider the Saints could win this game, right?
Sure. Right. If, I was a New Orleans fan and someone offered me, 2 reach quarterbacks that are mid at best, I would probably change teams. I would probably switch teams because this organization is in shams. I mean, is anyone gonna pick the Saints? Like, honestly, I'm taking the Bills.
Okay.
Like,
It's fair. Gonna go Bills too. Maybe we see your boy again.
Which I called.
He did.
I called we were going to see a Tyler Shuck sighting, and he was on the field.
Right. And I said we were probably going to expand more in this game because last week Cleveland won, but I don't really want to. So I'm going to go Buffalo to win and start 4-0. Yeah, 4-0. They've looked really good so far. Bills get it done against a bad team.
Yeah, dude, give me the Saints to get dog walked by probably 30. Shuck might be in by halftime. I think he's going to get a lot of run this game, so I'm kind of excited to see that.
I don't think you are. I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Dude, it's better than watching Rat. Like
I just need
Rattlers
AK
fun,
to
but,
get
like,
in that zone at least once because he hasn't yet.
Shuck is getting thrown to the Wolves in the second half, and the
Yeah.
Bills. Dude, the Bills
Maybe
are
they're playing
covering.
the backups.
Bills are covering.
I think they're going to cover as well, honestly.
it's Hitler versus Stalin in New Orleans right now. I'm trying to figure out who your quarterback is. It's
Sure,
true.
Shuck's different.
You know, you said think about it.
Yeah.
While y'all went, I thought about it really hard, and it's the Bills.
It's a good pick.
I could see both sides. I could see the Saints covering though. Surprisingly,
Okay.
I mean we covered last week.
They did. I think the Bills lock in. They don't have a short week. This is going to be. They actually have more time to prepare for this
Oh,
game,
yeah.
which is just a disaster. For
Yeah,
New
that's
Orleans.
fair.
Poor souls.
This is like maybe
Another game of the
game of the week. Browns visit the Lions. Two teams hot right now, man. Hot. I think the Lions are 7.5-point favorites in this game. So Browns are getting a touchdown once again. I think they're 1-0 this year when given a touchdown. And only with one touchdown scored last week. Lions scored a lot of touchdowns on Monday night. Who we got in this game?
Every fiber in my being wants to pick the Browns.
Oh,
Every fiber in my
No,
being,
that's-
the Oracle.
I want to pick them really bad, but no, I'm going to pick the Lions.
Lions. Yeah. See, the Browns go to win. They're 1-2. I don't think they're going to be 500 at any point this year. The Lions coming with a lot of mojo, a lot of juice. Maybe they struggle to run the ball, and maybe it's a closer game than we think. Maybe they don't. If they don't, this game's going to be an absolute blowout, and the Lions could win by 30 or 40 once again, like they did against Chicago. I think they're going to get it done. I think this is going to be a game where they do better throwing it, and I think Jared Goff's going to have a good game, and the Lions are going to win.
Goodness. Browns having to play the Packers and the Lions back-to-back weeks is just brutal.
Yeah,
And I'm honestly still sick that they beat the Packers.
insane.
Because we're going to get blown out by them. So it's just going to be a sickening day on Twitter. But give me the Lions, dude. They're going to win by a lot. The Lions are just such a better football team.
They are.
It's not even really a conversation. And that's all I'm going to say. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions. I mean, they're a million times better. Now, I'm not gonna say. Last week I said that the Ravens were gonna blow out the Lions. I will not be saying that anyone will blow out anyone anymore.
Okay.
I think this game could be close.
Just going to take the underdog spread on
Safe,
every game.
safe.
So Lions win.
I think it'd be. I think this actually will be. I'm not gonna say that. I think the Lions are gonna kill them.
This happened last week, by the way, and they burned us.
Yeah.
All four of us.
I think the Lions are gonna kill them.
We'll
I'm gonna
see.
go ahead and say that. I think the Lions are gonna cover.
And in the next series of potential games of the week,
Yes.
we have the 0-3 Titans versus the 0-3 Texans.
Mm.
Divisional matchup. Who you got, Matt?
Vibes pick.
Oracle.
Give me the Titans, man.
Wow, Titans. Interesting. I'm gonna go Texans in a very ugly game that the Titans cover easily. I think this could be 13-10 as well. Terrible football. Don't turn that game on, even if it's a local game. I do think the Texans are gonna get a win. We're hating on them. This is a game the defense can win them. I'm gonna go Texans.
Yeah, dude, if there was ever a bounce back game for the Texans, I think it's this one. I'm going Texans. I don't even know if it's going to be low scoring. I just have a feeling this is going to be a weird game where it's low-key a shootout, kind of like the Jets and Steelers week
That
one.
would be insane.
And I think Stroud, you're confident in Stroud going forward. Give me the Texans.
Okay.
You know, I agree that this is going to be a weird game, and that's why I'm going to pick the Titans.
Wow.
Bang.
Titans.
I don't really have any logical reason picked the Titans, but I'm going Titans. I think Cam Ward deserves one, so I'm going.
He does deserve one. He just shows up early every day. This would be a big win, and that would be a horrid loss for C.J. Stroud. Speaking of a big-time opportunity for a rookie to get a big win, the Giants host the undefeated Chargers. 3-0 at 0-3, but maybe this 0-3 team is a new 0-3 team with their new quarterback. Who we got in this game?
I love Jackson Dart so much. Give me the Chargers. I need some wins on this pick 'em. Yeah, I need to actually So
That's fair.
I don't want to do anything stupid. So
That's
give me the
fair.
Chargers.
I want to go Chargers as well. I honestly, I don't want to say that I would give the Giants a chance if they had Russie, which is kind of insane. I think that the Giants are actually going to play. I think this is going to be an ugly game too. I think this is going to be maybe the Giants get a pass rush going in this game. But I'm going to go. Don't you dare do what I think you're going to do. But I'm going to go Chargers because I'm not going to be the guy to take the Giants here in this. Don't you dare. I'm going to let you have the floor.
Oh gosh, dude! I was just thinking about that picture of Russell Wilson. I mean, that was like, and for my next trick, I'm gonna kill Malik Neighbor. Oh, if we could flash that on the screen, that'd be so great.
Moly.
Dude, I think this is the most vile thing that's been done to a rookie quarterback in a long time.
It's bad, dude.
You take out Russie, who was leading the league in passing yards through
Was
2
he
weeks.
really?
Yeah, he really was.
For 2 weeks.
Which
okay.
Dallas, I mean.
Yeah.
He should not be starting. I mean, you're in an impossible situation if you're the Giants, but throwing Jackson Dart, which I like Dart, dude. I don't think he's a savior at this time for them.
Mm-mm.
And throwing him to the Wolves against Jesse Minter and arguably the best defense in the league is just so foul, man. I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised if they got to double-digit points. So I'm taking the Chargers. I think they cover. I think they blow them up.
Table's a sick man.
He's fired.
He's sick.
Yeah, he
He's
might
a
get
sick
fired.
human being.
For my next trick, I'm going to kill Malik Neighbor.
He might.
Unfortunately,
Oh my gosh.
Jackson Dart. No,
Oh.
don't get ahead of yourself.
Gosh, I wanted you to take
I
the
wanted
Giants,
you-
dude.
Unfortunately, Jackson
Couldn't
Dart is in way over his head, and
He
the
is.
Chargers are going to take this game.
Okay.
This is really bad for my Giants 9-8 narrative.
It's bad. I mean, what did you have? Like 2-15? The Oracle.
Maybe I'm short.
He's on
Yeah, dude, super
a
strong.
generational with the Giants right now. All right, this is an actual game of the week. Really good game
Yeah,
here.
I love this.
Eagles take on the Tampa Bay Bucks, two undefeated teams, two teams that can be seen as favorites out in the NFC. Big opportunity for Tampa here. They are 3.5-point dogs. Who do we have in this game? Jeez, don't show me that.
I'm picking the Bucks. Yeah, I mean Baker finds a way.
The Bucks
Yeah.
get the upset.
Taking the Bucks.
Interesting. I'm gonna go Bucks as well. I think this is a great matchup. First of all, these are two teams that have found a way to win at the end of games. And honestly, just to me, in these type of games where there's two teams that are good at finishing games, the underdog has a little bit more to play for and a little bit more to prove. And I think Baker Mayfield's going to get it done. And Tampa, I think, has looked better than Philadelphia has as a whole in the first three games for a sample size. I think they're going to get a big dub at home and win outright. Go Tampa.
Dude, I hate what I think we're about to do because I think we're all on the same page here. I'm going the Bucks, dude. And the Eagles should not have won last week. I'm kind of upset about that one because I picked the Rams. This Eagles team reminds me a lot of the Chiefs last year, where they do just enough to win the game. Like that blocked field goal gave me shades of the Broncos game last year, where the Chiefs started their run of just scraping by.
Mm-hmm.
And I fear that's what could happen in this game. But, dude, I think the Bucks are a good football team. They've been better on both sides than the Eagles.
They do not have Mike Evans.
They don't have Mike Evans, but, dude, that young receiving core is so deep. I don't think it's going to matter much. I think the Eagles can be had up front. Actually, I think they might be able to run the ball. Tampa's O-line is really good. Give me the Bucks, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles win on some
wouldn't either.
weird voodoo magic.
Especially if he does what I think he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm going Buccaneers.
Oh,
This is bad, boys.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
like you said, Nick, both of these teams have found a way to win the close games at the end, and unfortunately, I think the Eagles' luck was blocking 2 kicks last week.
Oh no.
So I'm going to go Buccaneers.
Oh jeez. What a disaster.
Colin Howard's gonna have a field day on Monday. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, what a disaster. All right. Next game, 2 3-0 teams again. Or the Rams are 2-1, sorry. Rams lost last week. Colts visit the Rams. The Colts are 3-0. Are the Colts a juggernaut? This is a great opportunity to prove that they are a juggernaut. Oh my gosh, what is going on right now? What you got in this game?
I'm sharing what's. I'm sorry, I have to share what's on my
He's
screen right
crying.
now.
What is happening?
You're crying. Put it up there.
I'm seeing a picture of Russell Wilson in an Arabic headdress
All right.
with a beard.
We're gonna have to cut this out.
Base
This
pod.
is gonna have to
No,
cut
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna take the Rams. I think the Colts will they're not running away with anything. I think they're a really good team. I think the Rams are a better team. Give me the Rams.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
Dude, I'm losing it.
This is really a compelling game. I'm gonna go Rams as well. I do think the Rams are a better team from top to bottom. This would be a big opportunity for the Colts to get a big time win to go 4-0 to start, and they really make a statement on the NFL with that. But I am gonna go the Rams to end the party. Rams, get it done and cover.
Man, I don't think at the beginning of the year, if you had told me this could have been a really good primetime game, that I would have believed you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going with the Rams. I think the Colts kind of take a step back to reality in this one. I think the Rams are pissed off that they lost the way that they did last week. They played a great game, and they're a better team, in my opinion. I think Stafford's going to have a really big game, so give me the Rams.
I'm also going to go with the Rams.
Wow.
No.
I agree. I think they're going to be really mad that they lost last week. But also, I think the Colts are going to be really battle tested here, and this is going to be the first true opportunity that they've had in a game. So I'm going Rams to get the dub.
At home. Jaguars visit the 49ers, who are also 3-0 and haven't really been talked about very much. They've had 3 ugly wins as well. But the Jaguars, a team that's very, pedestrian. Go in there.
I'm gonna take the 49ers. They had a big win against Arizona, and I'm gonna take 49ers.
Niners. I'm going to go Jaguars in this game. Could be alone on this one. I actually am anticipating to be alone on this one. I think the Niners have won ugly games. I just don't think that they've shown well in those games. Maybe the defenses look good. I think this is an opportunity for the Jags to put up some points, and if they can get the offense rolling in a game that they're not supposed to win on the road, I think that they can get themselves a big victory, which is a big if, but I'm going to go contrarian and go Jags.
Dude, I think this is probably the most coin flip game that I've seen so far. I'm going to go the Niners. I think Purdy's supposed to be back this week.
He's questionable.
Mac did a good job, sort of. I mean, he played well against the Saints. Not great last week. So give me the Niners if Purdy's healthy. I think their defense is going to overwhelm the Jags. I don't think the Jags are that good of a team. I know they're 2-1. They've got some momentum. I just think Saleh and Shanahan are going to outcoach Cohen and crew. So give me the Niners.
Okay.
I agree. I'm going 49ers. Depending on obviously Brock Purdy's status. But I think that, like I said earlier, there's something wrong in Jacksonville. And until I visibly see that change on the field, then it'll be hard for me to pick the Jags.
So the Ravens visit the Chiefs. They are 2.5-point dogs at home. Both teams 1-2. Pretty interesting in this one. Potentially a very big loss for one of these teams early in the season to start 1-3. Who you got in this game?
Despite the kind of how the Chiefs have been playing, I don't feel like the Chiefs voodoo is out of the question. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
The Oracle feels the voodoo.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to go Ravens. I just think they're the better team. I said this for the same reason in the Eagles game. even though the Chiefs are at home, maybe an easy take at home because they're the 1-2 Chiefs, and surely they won't go 1-3. But I don't think the Ravens are going to start 1-3. I think they are the better football team, and they're going to stand up for this game on the road. This is a must-win for a Baltimore team that is a better team than Kansas City right now. So I'm going to go Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't want to pick them, but the Ravens are a better team, dude. This Chiefs team, that Rashid's not back. Talked about it earlier. I just think they're kind of weak, and the Ravens absolutely need to win this one. They both do, really, but I just think the Ravens are a better team. Give me 8, give me Lamar, and the Ravens.
I'm also going to take 8 in the Ravens. Like I said earlier, they're in my Super Bowl, and also my thought process was one of these teams is going to go 1-3, and it's not going to be the Ravens. So, give me 8.
Interesting. Next game. This one's actually very compelling to me to see. We talked about earlier the Bears. We'll see if the Bears get a big victory on the road now against the Raiders, who have been a team that have had a win or 1 win or 2 wins. Did they win last week? I forgot.
Who?
The Raiders. They lost.
No, they lost.
They're 1-2 as well. So opportunity for both teams to get to 500 here. Who we got in this one?
Bears will bear. Give me the Raiders.
Raiders. I'm also going to go Raiders. I don't believe that this is a good matchup for Chicago. I think this is a big opportunity for Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas is going to put up points this week. Potentially a big game for Brock Bowers and also Ashton Genty. I'm going to go Raiders to get it done at home.
I think this is actually going to be a sneaky, really good game. I think we're actually going to get a shootout. I don't think either of these defenses are really good. I'm going with the Bears. I think something clicked for Caleb last week, and I think he keeps it going on the ground and in the air. So give me the Bears.
I'm going with the Bears. Caleb Williams is the number 3 ranked quarterback in fantasy right now. He's playing great. I agree with you. I think that he found something that clicked, and I think Ben Johnson's going to harness that and move forward. So,
Okay.
Bears.
On to prime time. We love our prime time games. Interesting slate of prime time games. Packers visit the Cowboys that beat up Dallas Cowboys. Packers have a chance to bounce back this week. They are 7-point favorites on the road. Who we got in this one?
Give me the Packers. They're a better team than Dallas.
Okay. I'm going to go Packers as well. Not because I think Dallas is a bad team, but I don't think it's a good matchup at all. They're banged up. Dallas could struggle to put up points without their top target against a really, really good defense. And I think the Packers are not going to struggle to put up points. I think the Packers cover on the road.
Yeah, also give me the Packers. They're severely outgunned on both ends of the field, and I think, man, that offense versus that defense could be a tough watch. No CeeDee Lamb makes this even worse of a matchup. And I think it's sad because I think Dak's playing great ball.
Yeah.
I think he's playing probably the best ball of his career outside of the MVP caliber year he had a couple years ago before he got hurt.
Yeah, no doubt.
But give me the Packers. I think they roll in this one.
Yeah.
I'm also taking the Packers. I think Micah Parsons gets his get-back game here. I think Dak is going to be under heavy duress from number 1 in green.
I like it. Moving on to Monday Night Football, what a disaster of a football game. But honestly, could be a fun one. 0-3 Jets versus the 0-3 Miami Dolphins, AFC East battle for who's not going to be in last place. The Dolphins are 3-point favorites at home. Who do we have in this one?
Give me the Dolphins. Yeah. Give me
Fins
the
at
Fins.
home.
They're solely for the reason that they're wearing their new rivalries uniforms.
Oh, right, a jersey pick for
Yeah.
Mr. Relevant. I'm going to go Jets on the road. I think the Jets have been playing better football than the Dolphins as a whole this year. I think this is a good opportunity on the road. I think it is going to be a shootout this game, and I think they will get Justin Fields back. And I think that will bode well for the offense. I can see the Jets rushing attack having a good game. I'm going to go Jets getting upset, I guess, according to the spread on the road in Miami.
Man, it's another tough game for me because I think both these teams are kind of in a similar spot. I think the Jets are good, and even sitting here now, I'm kind of contemplating this. If Fields is back and he's healthy, I think it's going to be a really good game. But I think the Fins are going to go get this one. I think they kind of did some soul searching for that Buffalo game. Defense played better. I think they could get some stops, and I think the Jets' defense can be had. So give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Fins. I think we get our first one of the year. We looked ourselves in the mirror before Buffalo and played pretty decent. So I'm taking Tua, hopefully, to ball out. Give me the Fins.
Okay. And the last game on the slate is Bengals at Broncos. Bengals are in disarray right now. Broncos trying to find it. Good opportunity at home for them to get it done. Who do we have in this game?
Piss poor performance from the Bengals in Minnesota. Broncos. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Okay, I'm gonna go Broncos as well. I think this isn't a great spot for the Bengals. I think it's a great spot for the Broncos. Bengals still trying to find it without Joey B. I don't think Jake Browning showed he was the answer there, and I'm gonna go Broncos.
I'm also going with the Broncos. I think this is another bad matchup for the Bengals. Jake Browning ain't it. The offense is not what they are with Joe Burrow, and the Broncos' defense is enough to kind of stifle them. I think Bo Nix gets it going this week. Give me the Broncos.
I'm also going with the Broncos. I think I've said this every week, but Broncos country. Throwback to Russie. But no, the Bengals. I mean, Jake Browning stinks, and Broncos are going to get it done.
Okay. Well, that's it for the head-to-head picks. Now moving into our fantasy hot plays of the week. Some boys have been hot. Mr. Gabe over here and Mr. JP are flaming hot. I believe he had QB1 picked. He had RB6 picked. He had RB2 picked last week. You were pretty mid. I was not bringing it once again last week. Still ice cold on my fantasy plays. Hopefully we can get it back this week. Who are our quarterbacks we like this pick? JP, why don't you just lead us off on this one?
I'm gonna go Matt's boy Carson Wentz. I really liked what I saw from him in the gang. KOC really dialed it up for him, and I mean honestly, who wouldn't think it? I mean KOC getting a veteran quarterback, a quarterback who, whenever he was on the Eagles, we forget was having an MVP caliber year before he got hurt. So give me Carson Wentz
against that vaunted Steelers defense. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Still one.
All right.
Who you got there, Matt?
I've got Geno Smith. They're going into Chicago. I don't think a lot of people are. I think he's going to put up points against Chicago's defense. So that's going to be good.
Yeah, I think Geno's capable of putting up a lot of yards. He did it against the Patriots. I think he can put up touchdowns against that Chicago team. Good pick. I'm going to go Matthew Stafford. I think that the Colts also allow a lot of points. This is a game that they're going to need to get it going through the air, get Puka Nacua and Devontae involved. I think Matt Staff's going to have his best game of the year and a big, big game for the Rams to get to 3-1. So I'm going to go Matt Staff.
Dude, give me Bo Nix, man. They're playing the Bengals. Anyone who's playing the Bengals is usually a good pick. I think he's going to get in the end zone with his legs at least once this game. He's due for a bounce back. They haven't been playing very well. So give me Bo Nix to go out and decimate that Bengals defense.
I like it. Running backs. You picked RB2 last week in Jordan Mason, who had a heck of a game filling in for Aaron Jones and himself getting his normal role. But big time pick there. Who you got this week?
I'm gonna take Quinshon Judkins. I think he has isolated himself into being the featured back in that backfield, and he has had a good last 2 weeks, and I think he continues that streak going. So give me Quinshon.
Quinshon Judkins.
I'm gonna take Kareem Hunt.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean he went for 34 rushing yards, 10 rushing attempts, and a rushing touchdown.
Huge game.
I mean, the Chiefs are kind of hurting wide receiver wise, so I think they're going to try to handle the ball off a lot.
Look, I actually don't hate the pick considering the Ravens looked terrible against the run last week, but I mean, old pick. Hey, not gonna hate on it. He's doing better than I am. I'm gonna go Travion Henderson, a homer pick. I think the Patriots are gonna put up a lot of points this week against the Panthers. I think with the other two guys fumbling last week, I'm not going to say they're going to be out of the game plan. That would be foolish to say that, especially because Ramondre ended up playing the rest of the game as well. But Travion is so due, man. He's so due to get in that zone. He's getting the volume as far as getting the ball, catching it, and getting handoffs. I think we may see even a little bit more volume, and I'm just hoping he gets in that zone this week. So I'm going to go Travion and have a big week.
I agree with you. I think Trayvon's going to do well. Give me Jordan Mason to run through the face of every Steelers defender. We can't stop the run, dude. It's been 3 weeks. Everyone who gets the ball averages at least 5 yards per carry. So give me Jordan Mason. The streak is not ending. The Vikings are going to defile us.
Oh, my.
Jordan Mason.
What a disaster going on there. Wide receiver and tight end, some pass catchers. We all had decent picks on this last week, but no one really far and away killed it. So we'll see.
So I'm going with a guy who has yet to shine, really, and who's been all over social media for potentially being a bust. I'm going Marvin Harrison Jr. to have a breakout game. I think he is so due, and I don't just have him on here because he's on my fantasy team, and I really want to root for him.
Look, you do. I'm going to tail the exact same kind of concept. I'm going to allow McConkey to have a bounce back game this week, and it's not been a product of a bad offense or, I think of him. I think it's more so just what's been going on around him. I think Herbo's going to share the love a little this week. I'm hoping, definitely not because he's on my fantasy team as well. But Giants provide a good opportunity for Ladd to get involved, so I'm going to have a bounce back week for Ladd. Who do you have?
I've got another Chargers receiver.
Oh, wow.
Quentin Johnson.
QJ.
Yeah,
QJ
he's been
again?
doing really well.
Oh, you
And,
mean wide receiver 1?
Low-key wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I think that Giants secondary isn't going to be able to keep up with him, and yeah, I think he's going to do well.
And after
again.
he's done dumping it off to Ladd, then QJ gets a big bomb, and we both win.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
That's good with me. All right, who you got?
I am going with. I've gone back and forth on this a couple times, but I'm going to end up going with Keon Coleman.
Oh,
I think this is a bounce back game for Keon in the way that the Bills want to get their young guy going. They drafted him with the 33rd pick. They want him to be the guy. Great chance to do it against a terrible Saints team. I thought it was funny we all three of us drafted guys from the 2024 class. Matt Contrarian with Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
But
just
I'm good with Keon, man. They want to get him going. Give Zero the rock.
Give him the rock. And a sleeper pick. Now, did we have any good sleepers last week? I think we had some decent ones. Let's see. Mac Jones, QB 13 from JP. Bill Krosky Merritt, 18, RB 18, not too bad. Matthew Golden, WR 31, maybe a starter. And Woody Marks was RB 36, which would probably be your only miss. Would be your only miss, but you had a great week other than that last week. Who we got on the sleeper picks this week?
I have a weird feeling that Jonnu Smith is going to do something in the Steelers' early morning matchup on Sunday.
I could see it.
I think that, he hasn't really been a huge factor. I mean, honestly, I've been using him more for blocking than anything, which is crazy.
He's a natural blocker.
But I think that he's going to get active and maybe find the end zone.
Okay. You got what you got?
I got Hunter Henry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
had a great week last week.
Great week last week, and I think he's going to keep it going. I mean, that Panthers defense, there's holes there, so I think, yeah.
Do you think they're going to do it from coming from behind?
We'll see.
Okay, we picked the Panthers, so just wondering. That's interesting. No, Hunter had a great week last week. I think he's actually Drake's favorite target. I would be willing to argue that. So I think it's a good pick. I'm going to go Darnell Mooney to have a big-time week this week for the Falcons. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game. And Darnell got 11 targets last week, only 4 catches, and a rough outing for Michael P. I think the Falcons are going to get the offense back on track this week, and Mooney is going to be a big benefactor of that. So that's my favorite sleeper pick I've taken this year. So I think Darnell's going to have a great game.
I'm going with Luther Burden. Chicago Bears brass was very high on him when they picked him. They obviously spent capital on him for a reason, and they see a role. He emerged last week, dude. He had 18, had a great showing. I think he built some rapport with Caleb, and I think this is kind of just the beginning of his maturation into the wide receiver 1 there in Chicago behind Rome. Forgot about Rome. I'll say wide receiver 2 behind Rome. So give me Luther, dude. I think he's going to get a lot of targets this week.
Okay, interesting. Well, moving on into our against the spread, beta picks. The boys are all ice cold right now.
Not tail.
The leaders are
Avoid.
2-7, and that would be all 3 of us, 2-7 so far.
Oh, wow.
And Mr. Owen is 1-5. So we have a collective 7 wins in 3 weeks, boys.
Oracle.
The picks props so far. I'm 0-3. You're 0-3. You're 1-2, and
Mhm.
you're 0-2. And then I've got the only underdog pick that's right, and then you're the only one with a winning record in anything. No, I lied. You are 2-1 against the spread, so really sharp here. So hopefully the boys will get it going this week. Because look, 3-0 brings you to 5-7, and then another 3-0, you're 8-7. You just keep growing the lead, man. So let's go 3-0 this week. JP, who is your against the spread pick of the week?
I'm going with the Chargers -6.5. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, Dart is getting thrown to the Wolves, and the Chargers will roll.
Interesting. Who do you got?
I'm actually changing my pick. I'm audibling. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. I'm not going to overthink it. They're
Okay.
going to absolutely roll the Saints.
Yeah.
I know it's one of the largest spreads that we've seen, and anything can happen, but dude, the talent disparity is just too much. Give me the Bills.
I actually like that pick. I'm going to go with my Patriots at -5.5 against the Panthers. I feel very confident this is going to be a game the Patriots show that they don't stink and that they're actually a better team than they were last year against a team that I don't think is as good as us. So I think good opportunity for the offense to run up the score a little bit. I'm going to go Pats 5.5.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. At 2.5.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
We'll be rooting for them anyway, so
Yeah.
might as well.
Yep. I'm gonna take them.
I don't hate it. So Vikings 2.5 there in Dublin. Very nice. So underdog picks of the week. I think there's some opportunities and some upsets, especially after last week. Who do we have? JP.
My underdog is barely an underdog, but it still counts. They're 1-point dogs. Give me the Chicago Bears
Ooh,
to
okay.
go back-to-back weeks.
I also have the Bears. I'm
Yeah.
riding with the Bears, dude. I think they're
Bears.
going to go beat them Raiders. So give me the
Yo.
Bears.
I'm going to pick the New York Jets on Monday Night Football to get it done on the road as my upset pick of the week. I just think it's going to be a Jets victory. So I've gotten one right this year in the AFC East with my Patriots. I'm going to go with the Jets.
I know I picked the Rams to win this game, but for this bet, I'm gonna put some money down on the Colts. I think
The Colts?
I think there's some value there.
Just hedging his
Yeah, I
bets.
was about to say, he hedged.
Hedging here.
That is really, really, really interesting.
I mean,
Well,
they
at least
should
you're going to win one of those.
Yeah. So
Horrifying show.
That's insane. You didn't pick a different upset team? You don't want to just double down on? Okay.
I mean, it's. I mean,
So you don't really
betting
believe in your
wise.
pick.
So we'll allow you to make
Betting.
the Colts your pick in the actual pick 'em if you think they're going to win.
Well, it's just the fact that the value's there at plus 160. I mean,
But you picked them to lose, so you don't
But
think
yeah,
they're
like,
going to win.
one of those is not hitting.
He's
Guaranteed
hedging.
a
That's
loss.
fine.
No, he's
But
hedging.
he's
It's
guaranteed
okay.
a win.
hedging.
Yeah.
hedging.
Oracle.
Only the Oracle or Mr. would do that. What a disaster. But that's okay. Hey,
Let's get to the real.
we need redemption,
Prop,
man. We got to get a prop, man. I mean, this has just been free. We went with studs last week, and CMC couldn't rush for 70 yards. Bijan couldn't get 75. He
3
was
yards.
close. And Josh Allen was, 3 or 4 yards off as well. CMC, however, gets peppered with 15 targets and gets 80 receiving yards, but can't hand him the rock. That's okay. Boys went 0 for last week. Can we go the opposite this week? Let's get a big bounce back. Who you got?
I think I'm hitting mine.
Okay.
I'm kind of correlating it to what you said about the Bills. James Cook over 77.5 rushing yards. He is going to run up and down on the Saints.
Okay.
He
It
might
probably
get
will be
that
up
on
in
one
game.
carry.
He could.
honestly.
Genuinely.
I don't even feel good about this one. I'm going DK Metcalf over a fantasy score of 11. He's
Style.
passed it in all 3
Yeah.
weeks in PPR formats. I think they want to get their guy going. That he's only gotten 6 targets combined in the last 2 games. It's
6 or
time to get
7.
him going.
Every pod. I'm sorry. No one was on my side. I was a contrarian once again.
I really wanted to avoid this game at all costs, but give me DK. I'm a believer in DK.
We all have to have a homer
He's
pick.
passing 11, man. He has to.
It's not a bad pick. I'm going to go Brees Hall over 54.5 rushing yards against the Dolphins. I think the Jets are going to run the ball, establish the run, high-scoring game. I think the Jets will be ahead, and I think this is a really good opportunity. I think Brees is going to go insane. I think he'll get over 100. So I'm going to go over 54.5, and he'll probably rush for 20.
Don't say that. He's on my fans.
Yeah. I'm going to go Brees. Who
He's
you
the
got?
Oracle's pick.
Oracle is oracling right now.
I'm gonna take Ricky Pearsall over
Who?
71.5.
Ricky who?
Pearsall.
Okay, there you go.
Ricky
Over what?
Pearsall, 71.5.
Against?
rushing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jags.
the Jags. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a lot, man.
I mean,
He's hit.
He had a
the
good
last-
week.
He had
yeah.
he had
Another
108
100
against Seattle, and then he had 117 against Arizona. So
Hey, the Jags.
Without Purdy.
Yeah. Jags are going to have a lot of yards through the air this year, except for the Texans who can't move the ball. But look, that's not a bad pick. Hey, boys, we're here for a bounce back this week. Boys are all
Need
ice
it.
cold. We're going to try to get at least to like medium level. We're not going to be hot, but maybe we'll go 3-0. We'll see
Speaking
how
of
it goes.
bounce back,
Speaking of a bounce back,
Need it.
all right, we're gonna have this conversation. We should just have it.
we need to have the conversation. The boys originally were all on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3.5. I kind of just got like a little like my stomach dropped that we all didn't take the Eagles in that game. I don't know.
Dude, we did this last week.
And
I
we
think
did.
we have to fade.
I think
I'm not gonna lie to you.
This is our dilemma last week.
Yeah,
This is
this
The other game
dilemma.
we're considering is Packers -7 against the Cowboys. To me, that seems like a better pick at this moment, but I'm okay with it.
See, we knew the
I'm
Seahawks were
alright.
going to cover a big spread, and they did.
Mhm.
There's zero chance that the Cowboys cover.
yeah, I'm in. Packers.
The only reason they lost is because they played an elite defense, and the
Exactly.
Cowboys have the worst defense ever. The Packers have an elite defense.
Keep our primetime streak alive.
Yeah.
We love those
Come
games.
on.
All right, I'm in. Let's
Alright,
ride.
The Packers
We're going
-7
Pack show.
table bet.
is the official table bet. We're
Live
going
audible.
for 21-1. The Ravens disappointed us last week.
Jeez.
Detroit Lions won outright. Which honestly, if we're gonna lose table bet, I'd rather our team lose outright because they
Great
just
for the
screwed us.
Steelers. by the way.
Great
Not
for the Steelers. We're gonna ride with the Green Bay Packers -7 on the road against the Cowboys. And Micah Parsons' revenge game. We didn't even talk about that. So
It's going to be a cool story.
he'll probably get a sack because it's the NFL and it's a
Probably get
great
a few.
script. So he'll probably get a few. I think the Packers are going to win that game handily, and the boys, we're all on board, man. Hey, I feel good about that one. I think we're going to get to 3-1 and keep it rolling. Keep rolling. We did introduce a new character. If anybody is starting or to follow our Instagram stories, some of us were in the admin were just as surprised as maybe the viewers were to see this. This was on Tuesday morning, by the way, of this week. But the Oracle, would you like to introduce yourself and what this means for this podcast?
I went to the crystal ball. The crystal ball at the beginning of the year told me that Jackson Dart would be the starter in New York.
Groundbreaking take.
And
It happened.
it did.
It did. So this isn't the first time that something like that has occurred.
Super sharp.
Yeah, I'm not going to be giving the Mr. Relevant parlay. I'm going to go back to the crystal ball and we'll see what we got next week.
So no pick. Just we're gonna move on. That's
Yeah.
okay. You know what, dude? Embracing the new identity. I guess we might be in a crisis at the moment, but next week we're gonna get something.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So the Oracle will be back, or will arrive next week with the crystal ball.
With
So we'll be-
something.
Cristobal.
Oh,
Canes.
we'll be looking forward to that. But now it's time to see if the Oracle or Mr. Irrelevant,
Whatever his name is.
He's Mr. Irrelevant in this segment. We're going to see if he's a ball knower this week. We have each of the boys will ask 2 questions. One will be a true false of whether a guy is a day 3 guy or not. The other question will just be a random NFL trivia question that most ball knowers would know. Mr. Irrelevant right now is standing at 20-18, so over 50%, and he's 8-7 in each of the select categories. We'll see if that changes this week. A lot of pressure to keep it above 500. I'd say respect is earned over 500 at least in this. So dropping below would be tragic and would have to go to the crystal ball for a little longer next week if we go below 500. So you want to start us off? You got a
I'll
question
start us
for
off.
us? Start us off.
So there are 2 guys. You can name one of the 2. But who holds the NFL record for single season sacks? You can name one of 2 players.
Should get both.
Is Lawrence Taylor one of them?
Lawrence Taylor's not one of them.
Wow. So I get 2 guesses.
One now.
Well, one, but okay, sorry.
Go to the crystal ball.
The Oracle. Let's see if you can spawn it.
The first question, the first answer was Mr. Relevant. The second
Can
one
I get a
is the
year
Oracle
that this
now.
player did that?
No.
No.
Overridden.
Gosh. Is it? Oh no. Is it Micah Parsons?
It is not Mike Parsons.
Dang it.
The two players that hold the single season sack record is Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt.
And
You get ready to learn T.J. Watt, buddy.
Yeah, a lot
For
of
that
other
disrespect.
guess there.
yeah,
So 0 for 1 start.
it's brutal.
You got yours?
Oracle.
Oh.
Who was the last defensive player to win the NFL MVP award?
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
That is a great question. I just have no idea. There's just no. Was it J.J. Watt?
Final answer?
Yeah.
No. It was Lawrence Taylor in
Gosh,
1986.
switching around, man.
Oh.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. This one you could get right. This is on a different type of,
Mhm.
it's on the same wavelength as last week's question for me.
Okay.
So in Super Bowl 48,
Okay.
the Steelers secured the championship against Larry Fitzgerald's Cardinals
Mm-hmm.
when a certain receiver had a legendary toe tap catch in the back right corner of the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that receiver?
I'm gonna say the wrong person, aren't I?
This is like a canon Super Bowl event
I
of our
know.
lifetime.
Is it Heinz Ward?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Heinz Ward was on the team. That is incorrect.
Was it Antonio Brown? Was it?
That was
Oh,
not
no,
Antonio
it was
Brown
Antonio-
either. That was from Super Bowl 48.
Santonio Holmes.
That was Santonio Holmes.
That's brutal.
Hey, you got David
Oh, and
Tyree
three.
last week.
Yeah.
0-3 on that one. We are currently below 500 with Mr. Relevant.
No.
Opportunity to get it back. It's just true or false here. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling.
Go ahead.
You got it.
Was Drew Brees a day 3 guy? True or false?
False.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, he went to Purdue.
He did go to Purdue, and
What's
that is
that?
false. He is correct. He was picked
Okay.
in the first round. No
It
brainer.
was.
I mean, didn't even hesitate.
The Chargers,
To what
like
team?
the
Good.
Chargers.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
Very
good,
nice, very
good.
nice. Yes, very nice. Drew Brees is not a day 3 guy. Kind of like looks like a day 3 guy.
Yeah, he
That-
kind of
that's-
embodies it.
that's-
Weaker
yeah.
arms, smaller guy.
Right, that's
Yeah.
meant to be like a compliment because we love our day 3 guys, but he was not in fact a day 3 guy, unfortunately, for us and for him.
I think I've got a couple bangers here for the next couple weeks.
Oh, he's already got him
But today,
lined up.
was Richard Sherman
Mhm.
a day 3 guy?
He was a day 3 guy.
Final answer.
There's a chance he's UDFA, and that would be. Yeah, he was a day 3 guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Correct, very nice.
Richard
very nice,
Sherman
very
was a
nice.
day 3
Hey,
guy.
but the UDFA thought was honestly a great thought.
Yeah.
Really wasn't.
Was
Hey, he's back on the right track.
he's
here.
back? He could go 500 with
He
this.
could.
This is
This is
good.
like this is a
a good one
big
from
big
JP,
pick
I'm
here.
excited.
Was Des Bryant a day 3 guy?
Would you give me where he went to college?
He went
Oh.
to Oklahoma State.
Cowboys to Cowboys.
He was not a day 3 guy.
Is that your final
Yeah.
answer? He was not a day 3
That was
guy.
very nice. He was stud in college, and he was stud.
He
in
was the
NFL.
24th overall
Yeah,
pick.
Dez was the man.
X.
Hey, still in positive territory.
Find a way.
That's really well done.
The
That
Oracle.
brings
That.
the Oracle came out for the true false questions. Very nice. He goes to 23 and 21, still above 500. You are now below 500 in the ball knowing category, but in the true false category, you are 11 and 7. Very nice. 8 and 10 in the ball knower category. Not too bad for Mr. Relevant / the Oracle. But that's it for episode 7
What a
of
great
the
episode.
day 3 guys. Really enjoyed this episode, fellas. And viewers, if you're still with us, we appreciate you guys, and we hope that you guys tune in again next week. We'll see if the Day 3 guys can, start some new streaks, maybe get some new hot streaks going, and continue to provide some ball knowledge, whether it's good or bad. We're happy to do it and keep interacting with our socials. And on behalf of all the boys, we appreciate you guys. And that's it for episode 7. We'll see you next week for episode 8.